Chapter 8:25. Bang! The Forbidden Catacombs. Energy fireworks rose from the sky above the first city. It was like a beacon. Beacons and smoke were spreading. The Forbidden Catacombs was now human territory. All the cities were guarded by human powerhouses. In the blink of an eye, energy fireworks rose in the second city. 100 li away, the third, the fourth, one city after another. Energy cannons bombarded the skies, creating dazzling fireworks. In the blink of an eye, people 2,000 miles away saw this scene. Mount Imperial Sea. Nan Yunhua sat atop a mountain peak. Her body had been slashed by the space cracks, and her wounds were so deep that they penetrated to the bone. She had just broken through to the absolute peak not too long ago, so she did not have the mental energy that could cover thousands of li like other absolute peak experts, nor did she have an extremely powerful physical body. She had not gone far on the origin Tao either, but she was still the undisputed overlord of this era. Among the human race, there were only a few female apex experts. There were more than 50 human paragons, and the number of female paragons could be counted on 2 hands. She was also the only female powerhouse who had achieved the pinnacle of humans' neo-martial era. As Nan Yunhua saw the energy fireworks rise, a strange light flashed in her eyes. The ultimate battle has yet to erupt. This was a notice of the highest level, telling her to return immediately. Zhang Tao had once said that he wouldn't summon her back to the surface in advance unless it was necessary to evacuate the people of Hua Nation. But at this time, Nan Yunhua couldn't care about such things. In the next instant, he turned around and tore through the air. In the blink of an eye, he was already outside of Royal Sea Mountain. The Forbidden Catacombs was the only outer domain that humans at the pinnacle could pass through. This was the outer realm that King Huai had lost to the humans. Of the catacombs' martial artists in this area, all the high ranks had been evacuated. Most of the middle ranks were either killed or transported to other catacombs. A portion of them were banished out of the region and wandered in the restricted zone. This was currently the safest catacombs for humans. A moment later, Nan Yunhua returned to the entrance of the tunnel as fast as she could. At the entrance of the tunnel, Bei Gongyin, Wang Yu, Zhong Qinghuan, Xie Yifan, Ma Tianfu, and Li Daong were all waiting. Seeing Nan Yunhua come out, Li Daong quickly said, "Mayor Nan, Minister Zhang has ordered us to quickly enter Demon City to participate in the war. Also, inform the 5 Holy Lands to send reinforcements." Nan Yunhua's complexion changed. She grabbed the several people and flew through the air, asking, "What happened in Demon City's catacombs?" Everyone from MCMAU entered the catacombs. 3 minutes later, 14 catacombs rank 9s were killed, 1 was captured, and the remaining 3 escaped. Right now, there are close to 100 rank 9s gathered in the Magic City catacombs. The true king is still sending in rank 9s continuously. Minister Zhang wants to fight a battle that will topple the country and let the southern mayor guard the remaining 23 caves. As Li Daong spoke, he immediately added, "Also, when Elder Nan passes by Central State, bring Kong Lingyuan along." Many rank 9s from Star Town have already started to leave the city. Guardian Zhang is also rushing to Magic City. As Li Daong rapidly spoke, Nan Yunhua's complexion changed again and again. A battle that could topple a nation. Capital City was not far from Magic City. It was about 2,000 miles away. As he spoke, Zhang Tao sent a telepathic message to him. Just send them 1,000 miles away. Also, quickly go to the 5 Holy Lands. Send reinforcements. But Nan Yunhua wanted to say something, but Zhang Tao gloomily said, "If they don't come, then give up on the channel and evacuate the people. They will enter the 7 southern region and abandon the Violet Catacombs. This time, we will fight to the death in the 7 southern regions and seize the 7 southern regions." Zhang Tao. Nan Yunhua was shocked. It was not like that. Sino Nation was going to give up on the channel and turn to defend the 7 southern regions? Then all these years of hard work, would it not be for naught? Don't ask. Deal with it quickly. If the Holy Lands are unwilling, don't force it. This is the first time, and it will also be the last time, Sino Nation martial artists will help all sides and defend the channel to the death. Our heroic sons and daughters will die in battle in foreign lands. When there is trouble everywhere, Sino Nation will help at the first instance. If no one comes to help in this battle, it's fine if we don't defend Earth. Nan Yunyue's complexion changed slightly. The next moment, she raised her voice and said, "Okay. Then this time, I will go crazy with you once." "No, this is not the first time. You're always this crazy. You are the biggest gambler." "Huh? Wrong. I am not a gambler. I am fighting for my life. For you and me. For all living beings. For all those who are unwilling to die." Zhang Tao laughed loudly. In the blink of an eye, Nan Yunyue led the rank 9 powerhouses and rushed to 1,000 miles away from Magic City. At this time, Zhang Tao's voice rang in everyone's ears. "Don't resist. Follow me." As soon as he said that, a black crack appeared in front of everyone. There was light in the passageway. Everyone was slightly stunned. Nan Yunyue was stunned, but she did not look closely. She quickly turned and left, flying toward the 5 great holy lands. In the passageway, everyone trusted Zhang Tao. Without hesitation, they quickly stepped in. In the blink of an eye, the passageway shattered. After a while, they appeared outside the Magic City passageway in the blink of an eye. Li Daong and the others were stunned. 1,000 miles in the blink of an eye. What was this? What did the minister just do? Zhang Tao ignored them and did not speak. He continued to wait for a while. In the blink of an eye, in less than 3 minutes, Zhang Tao punched out. The void shattered, and a huge black crack appeared in front of them. The originally pitch-black crack suddenly filled the black space with a bright path. Everyone was dazzled. In the blink of an eye, a person appeared in the passageway. Zhang Weiyu. Zhang Weiyu stepped out of the passageway and looked around. When he looked at Zhang Tao again, he was also full of admiration. The minister's strength had reached an unparalleled level, shattering space, building a passageway, directly leading them here, 1,000 miles away, in the blink of an eye. Such a person, even in the ancient times, would be an immortal, jumping out of the 3 realms and 5 elements. Zhang Weiyu did not say anything. In the periphery, tens of thousands of martial artists were all stunned. They could not see anything. The only thing they saw was a large number of rank 9 martial artists suddenly appearing in front of them. What ability was this? Teleportation? At this moment, Zhang Tao punched again, opening up another passageway. In the blink of an eye, many rank 9 martial artists from Star Town rushed over. 1,000 miles in an instant. If Nan Mao saw this scene, he might not be able to say that modern humans did not know how to use the origin space and fight. It was not that they did not know how to, but they were unwilling to. Martial arts should be about close combat, slashing the flesh and destroying the spirit, leaving no room for the opponent to resurrect. This was the neo-martial era martial artists. The powerhouses in Star Town looked solemn at this moment. They looked at Zhang Tao with shock. In this world, perhaps only the subduing heavenly king could compare to such a person. In the neo-martial era, in less than 100 years, how could such a powerhouse appear? Among the 13 progenitors in Star Town, apart from the subduing heavenly king, no one was a match for this person. He was terrifyingly powerful. Earth's space was not as stable as the catacombs, but Zhang Tao could break the void with a punch, penetrate 1,000 miles passageway, and guide the powerhouses. It was too shocking. Zhang Tao did not want to say more. He said quickly, "Zhang Weiyu, don't enter first. Zhong Qinghuan, all of you enter the Magic City catacombs quickly. Show your aura, erupt to the extreme, and attract the attention of Imperial Sea Mountain's true king. Those with divine weapons will appear. Remember, this time, you must be ostentatious. Don't keep a low profile. Hurry up and meet up with Fong Ping and the others. Tell Fong Ping and the others that this battle has Sino Nation's full support. This is a battle that will bring down a nation. Other than 23 caves where one person will stay behind, all the rank 9s will rush to Magic City. This time, kill to your heart's content. Tell him that the more rank 9s he attracts, the better. Let him be arrogant and provoke the true king. If you're so capable, let the 2 catacombs royal courts and 720 royal city rank 9s rush here. As soon as Zhang Tao said this, everyone was dumbfounded. Sky Plant and Destiny, the 2 royal courts, had 720 royal city. Each city had at least 1 rank 9. The outer domain was not counted. The imperial city was not counted. Just this alone, there were more than 700 rank 9s. This was not a battle that would bring down a nation. This was a decisive battle. It came too suddenly. Don't worry. Usually, when we split up, if we want to attack, we can only kill 30 to 50 people at most. After that, we have to be careful of the catacombs' true king's revenge. But today, if these true kings have the guts, gather all the rank 9s here. Let's see if I, Zhang Tao, dare to kill until rivers of blood flow. Zhang Tao's expression was cold. Not just rank 9s, including the true kings. Killing one was one. After killing all the rank 9s, human powerhouses could be led by rank 9s, scattering and escaping to the catacombs. From then on, the restricted area would no longer be a forbidden area for humans. Even true king powerhouses could not cover a boundary of 6 billion square kilometers. Sino Nation's 50 rank 9s would each lead a team and infiltrate the catacombs. From then on, it would be a chaotic era. Break the chessboard. Who's afraid of who? These true kings gathered so many rank 9 powerhouses here this time. They might not dare to believe that he would attack at this time. Cat, Zhang Tao smiled in his heart. The Forbidden Sea's seawater suddenly disappeared. A boundary territory's apex appeared and was besieged. Would Gong Zhuanzi appear? Would people from other boundary territories appear? Of course, he hoped it would not come to that. Whether Cat could escape this crisis or not depended on how the situation developed. Go in, Zhang Tao bellowed. Li Daong and the rest did not wait any longer, stepping into the passageway one after another. Zhang Weiyu's emotions surged. It was time for him to attack. Ever since Nan Yunyue became an apex, he could no longer enter the catacombs. This time, there would be a big battle in Shijiang's catacombs. He was prepared. He did not expect Shijiang's reinforcements to be taken away by the true kings, all brought to Magic City's catacombs. I'm not a coward who's afraid of death. Zhang Weiyu cursed in his heart. Although Fang Ping and the rest did not say anything last time, their gazes made him feel uncomfortable. It was not that he was afraid to fight. Since the emergence of the neo-martial arts era, when he learned how to speak, he had been in contact with martial arts. Since he was 18 years old, he fought in the catacombs. Until now, it had been more than 60 years, and he had killed thousands of times. He had never admitted defeat. The North, South, and West Guardians. He was not the 2 ultimate guardians, nor was he Wu Chuan, who was appointed in the face of danger, a junior who was pushed up at the last minute. In the neo-martial arts era, other than the 3 ministers, he was the only powerhouse in the 4 prefectures who had killed his way up by relying on military merits. Fang Ping, these newbies actually dared to look down on him. I'll let these fellows know today that when it comes to killing, I'm not someone to be trifled with. Among the 3 departments and 4 prefectures, I'm the only one who's not an apex. Such a thought arose in Zhang Weiyu's mind. As for Wu Chuan, he was just a junior. He could not be bothered with him. The previous South Guardian had died in the catacombs. That was his peer. He did not need to bother with this junior. Magic City catacombs. Old Man Zheng fought a bloody battle, laughing loudly. Even a beast dares to show off. In this battle, the demon's forbidden land will be destroyed. At this moment, the city below was already in ruins. A large number of martial artists had fled, and countless civilians had died a violent death. The last 2 rank 8 powerhouses had also been killed on the spot by Old Man Zheng's outburst. In the void, for huge demonic beasts surrounded the old man, surnamed Zheng, from all directions. Hearing the old man call them beasts, the monster kings flew into a rage and attacked one after another. The giant crocodile's tail swept across the old man, and the lion beast's sharp claws tore through the void. These 2 monsters had fought with the Sky Gate City Lord in the past. They were not elemental path monsters. They had fought 1 against 2 and lost to the Skygate City Lord. The old man was not weaker than the Skygate City Lord. If it was 1 against 2, he was confident that he could defeat 2 monsters, even if he could not kill them. But at this moment, there were 4 demonic beasts. One of them was a giant eagle with fiery red feathers. That was an elemental path powerhouse. The giant eagle's wings were incomparably sharp, and its claws were comparable to divine weapons. It was not afraid of the old man in a one-on-one fight, let alone 4 monster kings working together. The 4 monster kings worked together and surrounded the old man, leaving him with nowhere to retreat. The old man raised his saber and slashed. For a moment, the sound of explosions rang out. In front, less than 50 li away, the gopher and the others were about to arrive. Behind them, the 10 god generals were about to arrive. The old man's expression was determined. If that was the case, then he would kill a rank 9 monster before they arrived. Vice-Chancellor Fong, I'm afraid I won't be able to drink the wine of victory. The old man sneered in his heart. He had been thinking about this wine, but in the end, he did not get to drink it. Kill! The old man did not show what he was thinking. In the next moment, the old man exploded. The long saber shattered the void and slashed at the king crocodile's tail. Rumble! The divine saber cut through the metal-like tail, and a loud metallic sound was heard. The king crocodile let out a sad cry. A huge saber mark appeared on its tail, and golden blood dripped down. When it hit the ground rumbled. At the same time, the giant eagle flapped its wings and clawed at the old man's back. The old man hurriedly dodged, but the Lion King opened its mouth and bit down on the old man's right arm, which was holding the divine weapon. The old man's eyes flashed. You're asking for it. He had thought that it would be best to kill the king crocodile before he died. However, the Lion King was asking for it. The old man did not dodge, allowing the Lion King to bite his right arm. Crack! The sharp teeth pierced through his right arm, biting it to death. Flesh and blood became a mess, and golden blood spurted out. The old man sneered, and his face turned pale. Rumble! A loud noise was heard. The man and the monster flew backward at the same time. The old man's right arm was gone, along with a rank 9 Chongdao. The moment the Lion King bit him, the old man self-destructed his divine weapon. The divine weapon exploded in the Lion King's mouth. Idiot! A beast will always be a beast. The old man flew backward. His legs swept across the air, and one kick caused the king crocodile to explode the void. The old man took a few steps back. Then, without hesitation, he rushed toward the Lion King, whose head had been blown into pieces. This guy had been seriously injured by him. At this moment, he had the highest chance of killing it. Right at this moment, an extremely sharp eagle cry that resounded through the clouds resounded. Behind the old man, the giant eagle screeched and flew over in the blink of an eye. It flapped its wings toward the old man, and as its wings swept across the void, a small crack appeared in the space. Creating a crack in the catacombs was a sign of an explosive force of more than 150 calories. This giant eagle had terrifying strength. It was not a weakling among the path of origin. However, the old man's eyes flashed. He kicked out, and the bottom of his foot collided with the sharp wings. Crack! The wings were like a divine weapon, cutting the golden bones on the bottom of the old man's foot. The old man used the force to fly into the air, and his speed increased by 30%. His uninjured left arm clenched into a fist. He did not use the imperishable substance to heal his injuries, but turned it into a destructive attack. The giant golden fist also blasted a crack in the space. At lightning speed, it blasted toward the still, dazed Lion King. This lion was affected by the power of the divine weapon's self-destruction. Until now, his head had not fully recovered, and he was still in a daze. The old man did not care about the divine weapon, the damage to his mentality, and the recovery of his injuries. At this moment, the only thought in his mind was to kill a rank 9 monster even if he had to die, and severely injure the other 3 monsters to reduce the pressure on Fong Ping and the rest. Rumble! A punch blasted toward the Lion King. At this moment, the fourth monster, a giant snake monster, shot a mouthful of light golden pus at the old man's back. In the blink of an eye, the old man's golden body began to corrode. Humph! The old man let out a muffled groan. He felt that his internal organs were burning, and so was his mentality. However, he endured the pain, completely ignoring the injury on his back. Once again, he unleashed an infinite destructive force, and the power of his giant fist increased by 30%. Rumble! Although the Lion King hurriedly dodged this punch in the face of danger, he still could not avoid the reckless old man. His head that had not recovered just now was blasted by this punch, and it exploded immediately. Roar! A painful cry was heard. The Lion King's head exploded directly, and a transparent brain core appeared. In the face of danger, the Lion King still protected his brain core, preventing it from being smashed. However, at this moment, cracks appeared on the brain core. The Lion King let out a mournful cry. The other party almost blew up his brain core with one punch. Although he was still alive, his injuries were extremely serious, and he might not be able to fight anymore. At this moment, the old man's injuries were extremely serious in a short period of time. His imperishable substance was limited, and naturally, he could not use it to heal his injuries. At this moment, Warlord's voice rang out, and he could not help but curse. What's the use of killing a rank 9? Heal delay. Don't die in vain. They're just a few beasts. When Fong Ping and the others arrive, they'll all die. Kill him quickly. At the same time, the Green Wolf King's voice rang out. Two powerful mentalities collided in the void. The Green Wolf King let out a muffled groan and roared, "Warlord, do you want to fight? So what if I do?" Rumble! In the void, the two mentalities collided continuously, but neither could participate in the battle. The true king's attitude on the other side was becoming more and more unyielding. Warlord knew that as the true kings arrived one after another, the Green Wolf King and the others' attitudes were also becoming more unyielding. This battle was about to escalate. Hurry up. I'm late once, but I won't be late a second time." While they were fighting, Fong Ping and the others broke through the void at high speed. At this moment, Fong Ping had completely surpassed the speed of sound. There were no more sonic booms. A dazzling light erupted from his golden body. His speed increased, and the burden on his body increased. At this moment, Fong Ping's speed was more than 500 meters per second. His speed was as high as 3,600 kilometers per hour, but it was still too slow. He was close to 400 li away from the old man. It would take at least 6 to 7 minutes. But could the old man last that long? However, he was about to catch up with Monster Sunflower City's lord. This fellow was the last to run, so his speed was not that fast. At this moment, Fong Ping and the others were about to catch up. As for the Gophers and Monster Rat City's lord, they had left a step earlier and were still very far away. However, Fong Ping could not care less about Monster Sunflower City's lord. At this moment, Fong Ping was a little angry. He was still too slow. Even if he ignored the burden on his body and used the imperishable substance to heal his injuries, it was still not fast enough. Although Chun Yaozu used the origin path to hurry, his speed was also fast, but the origin path consumed a lot. Although he was slightly faster than Fong Ping, in order to maintain his combat strength, Chun Yaozu could not rush forward recklessly. Fong Ping needed 6 to 7 minutes. If he wanted to maintain his combat strength, he needed at least about 5 minutes. However, when powerhouses fought, the outcome was usually decided in 2 to 3 minutes. Ahead, about 200 Li Fong Ping had already sensed some weak vitality force aura. It was very weak. The old man guarding the passageway was probably heavily injured by someone. He was still rushing in that direction. Behind him, waves of vitality force erupted. Someone was coming from the passageway. Fong Ping had only rushed for 200 li, but Li Daong and the rest who were thousands of li away had already entered the catacombs. This was the advantage of having a powerful paragon. The speed of transporting reinforcements could not be any faster. In 3 to 4 minutes, not only did they give the order, they even transported people from thousands of li away to Magic City's catacombs. When a paragon gave his all and decided to do something, the efficiency was also terrifying. Behind him, Waves of aura soared into the sky. At this moment, in Magic City's catacombs, warlords suddenly laughed heartily, threatening loudly. Sino Nation powerhouses have arrived. If you don't escape now, you will die for sure. 100 Beast Forest, you dare to surround and kill my human powerhouses. This battle will not end until one of us is dead. Retreat quickly, or else Sino Nation will fight you. At this moment, Warlord could only intimidate the other party. It would be best if he could scare the other party away. Even if he could not, he had to make them feel pressured and afraid. Zheng Tao, you've got guts to hold back a few monsters. Don't worry, if you die, 100 Beast Forest will be buried with you. Warlord, Sino Nation wants to start a decisive battle? What a joke. Hundreds of rank 9s came to your catacombs. Do you really think we humans can be bullied? Green Wolf King, if the Paragon doesn't want to fight, it's up to you. If the Paragon doesn't want to fight, then let the Paragon fight. If the Paragon wants to fight, I will accompany you to the end. The void was silent. There was no sound at this moment. Green Wolf King had not made up his mind. He had to at least wait for the other true kings to arrive. If the Paragon did not want to fight, then he would continue to send rank 9s to fight. Fong Ping did not know if Warlord's intimidation would work, but the Paragon's verbal threats might have some effect. At least Fong Ping could feel that the aura eruption in front of him seemed to have weakened. At this moment, Fong Ping was only about 100 li away from there. His golden body was about to burst into flames. Just as Fong Ping arrived, the city lord of Monster Sunflower City suddenly turned and ran toward the 10,000 ants desert in the west. He was about to be overtaken by Fong Ping. Chen Yaozu was even running neck and neck with him. The city lord of Monster Sunflower City was terrified. How would he dare to go there and meet up with those people? Only the west was safe now. Anyway, the Gophers and the city lord of Monster Rat City had already arrived. The 10 god generals were about to arrive too. 16 rank 9s besieging and killing a rank 9 was extremely easy. As for Chen Yaozu and Fong Ping, these two were the fastest. Even if they arrived, they might be besieged and killed. There were not many humans in the first place. If they split up and rushed here, the city lord of Monster Sunflower City thought that these people were all crazy. However, he did not dare to stay here. Wu Quishan and Wu Chuan were also less than 20 li behind Fong Ping. Their speed was also extremely fast. 90 li, 80 li, 1 li per second. Fong Ping could almost see the situation in the distance. At this moment, he shouted loudly, "Senior, hold on for another minute. You haven't drunk my wine. This time, Sino Nation will win for sure. A great victory with no casualties. If you die, 60 years of defense will become a joke. Zheng Tao, fight this way. We haven't seen each other for many years. Old brothers, what are you waiting for?" Chen Yaozu also shouted loudly. The monsters that were besieging the old man in the 100 Beast Forest had also increased their speed at this moment. They seemed a little anxious. The resurrected martial artist came so fast. The old man did not reply. He did not have the strength to reply anymore. At this moment, he was like a candle in the wind. His golden body was broken. He was relying on his last breath to hold on. Both his arms were broken, but a pair of broken legs were still kicking in the void, kicking a monster's golden body until it exploded. Blood splattered everywhere. Human martial artists were invincible among their ranks. It all depended on this breath, this willpower. The catacombs' powerhouses can die, but we can't. If we die, who will protect the billions of compatriots behind us? We can die in battle, but we can't die without military merits. In the past, a powerhouse said, "Humans can die, but we can't die in bed. We can't die of old age on Earth. We can't die without military merits." The person who said this was none other than the previous military department minister. The one before Li Jun died in battle in the catacombs. He crossed the catacombs alone and killed all the way to Mount Imperial Sea. When he was dying, he killed 3 rank 9s. Sino Nation's military department officially came to the forefront and became the head of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures. At that time, Zheng Tao, Li Jun, and the others had not yet taken the position. It was this person who established the position of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures. Zheng Tao knew that person and heard these words. At this moment, he had not killed King Liu yet. King Liu was heavily injured. He escaped to the side and no longer participated in the battle. He could not die now. He could not die without military merits. /4_M. Chapter 8:26. Zheng Tao, hold on. At this moment, Chen Yaozu was almost there. He was faster than Fang Ping. Chen Yaozu's face was pale, but he was seething with anger. There were fewer and fewer old people. How many familiar faces were there now? Even in desperation realms, who claimed to have unlimited lifespans, acquaintances had fallen today. Zheng Tao guarded Imperial Sea Mountain for 60 years. Although he did not kill the enemy, his contributions were indispensable. With him here for 60 years, as long as he was alive, it meant that Imperial Sea Mountain would not be invaded by true kings. When he died, he also had a way to inform the Apex that true kings were attacking, and that the Apex was coming quickly. This was his role. It sounded ridiculous, but it was not. The dozen people who were not Apex at Imperial Sea Mountain were all like this. They were all prepared to die. A true king entered the realm and used their blood as a messenger. That was why the powerhouses here were almost all Origin Dao. Only Origin Dao could seize a chance in the hands of a true king and use some means to inform the Apex that a true king had entered the realm. Zheng Tao waited for 60 years. Chen Yaozu did not want him to lose his life at the last moment of victory. Today, the only powerhouse who returned from Imperial Sea Mountain was Ma Tianfu, the Purple Catacombs passageway guardian. Such a person should not die before dawn. Chen Yaozu was about to arrive, but the 10 god generals who came to help had arrived a step earlier. At this moment, Zheng Tao was no longer human, but he was holding his breath, fighting like a machine, killing until he went crazy. He could not die until he killed a rank 9. A tough guy. The god general under Green Wolf King praised, not denying Zheng Tao's toughness. He did not make a move. The other party glanced at Chen Yaozu, who was close to 30 li away, then looked at Zheng Tao, who was about to be killed. At this moment, the 10 of them had arrived. Killing Zheng Tao was extremely easy. However, after a glance, the strong man said quickly, "Kill him. The other party won't come. If not, the other party will come. What should we choose?" Chen Yaozu arrived alone. Fang Ping was behind. They had not recognized him yet, but they knew that the rank 8 martial artist was Fang Ping. The 2 of them were dozens of li ahead of the others. Should they wait for the 2 of them to arrive and kill them together, or kill Zheng Tao now? Now that Zheng Tao was dead, and Chen Yaozu and the others had not really gone crazy, they would probably join forces with the others and attack together. At that time, it would be too difficult to have such an opportunity again. The female divine General Undersea Luo King's command hesitated for a moment before quickly saying, "Kill him. As for the others, we'll kill them when we have the chance." "We can't. Fang Ping is behind us. Fang Ping is full of tricks. This time he came alone. This is a rare opportunity." The divine generals under King Feng and King Huai spoke at the same time. Both of them did not care about Zheng Tao's life or death, but Fang Ping actually rushed here alone. Although there was still Chen Yaozu ahead, there were only 2 of them. The others were dozens of li away from them, so it would take them at least a minute or 2 to get there. Here, 16 rank 9s were gathered. Even if the Liu King was severely injured, 15 of them against 2, Zheng Tao would be more or less crippled. 8 against 1. Among them, there were 6 origins. How could they not be able to kill them? Then let's wait for them to arrive. The burly man under the Green Wolf King was also the leader of this operation. After all, this was the 7 southern regions, the Green Wolf King's territory. Having said that, the brawny man said quickly, "For Demon Kings, please wait for a moment. Wait for Fang Ping to arrive before you kill this person." Screech! An eagle's cry was heard. The giant eagle Demon King's voice was angry and somewhat dissatisfied. At this moment, its eagle claws were already grabbing Zheng Tao's skull. Before the claws arrived, Zheng Tao's skull had already cracked, and the dull golden bones were protruding. If this claw landed, Zheng Tao might not survive. The brawny man said hurriedly, "This is a rare opportunity. Just wait for a moment." The giant eagle screeched again. Suddenly, it flapped its wings and sliced Zheng Tao in half. Zheng Tao's upper and lower body were separated, but he struggled and refused to die. He leaped up and headbutted the giant eagle. The giant eagle was even more furious. It flapped its wings again and sent Zheng Tao flying with a bang. Large amounts of golden blood gushed out and turned into red blood. When the imperishable substance was used up, the golden body would shatter, and the golden body powerhouse's blood would no longer be golden. This also meant that the golden body powerhouse had reached the point where he was on the verge of death. The golden body had been destroyed. The giant eagle sent Zheng Tao flying and did not care about him anymore. Its mentality fluctuated and said, "The person in front, all of you kill. The person behind, 100 Beast Forest kill." It was not stupid. The powerhouse in front was obviously a top-notch powerhouse. The aura on his body was frightening. The person behind, on the other hand, was much weaker. The brawny man was stunned for a moment. Then he said quickly, "Okay, the 12 of us will work together to kill King Gu's descendant. For Demon Kings, Gopher, come with us." The giant eagle was not careless either. Gopher was an Origin Dao powerhouse. King Leo was seriously injured. Although the person behind did not look strong, he was extremely fast. Obviously, he would not be easy to kill. They had to pull this rat to their side. 2 Origin Dao and 2 weak rank 9s. This was more like it. As for the remaining 11 people, there were 4 Origin Dao. It should be enough to kill King Gu's descendant. The brawny man knew that Fong Ping might not be easy to kill. He said immediately, "Okay." As they were talking, Chen Yaozu arrived. Seeing Zheng Tao, who had fallen to the ground but was still struggling to crawl, seeing that he was already in a daze, blood gushing out of his body, but not dead yet, Chen Yaozu could not tell if he was happy or sad. "All of you deserve to die." Although there were 16 rank 9s here, Chen Yaozu was not afraid at this moment. He did not snatch Zheng Tao. These people deliberately left Zheng Tao alive to lure him into the trap. If he left, he would be killed immediately. Moreover, he would not be able to escape. At this moment, as soon as he arrived, these people surrounded him from all directions. Chen Yaozu did not hesitate either. The Origin Dragon appeared instantly. In the blink of an eye, he appeared behind King Leo, divine weapon in hand. Sword out. Click. Chen Yaozu had no intention of leaving the brain nucleus behind. King Leo's skull was smashed. The brain nucleus was exposed. At this moment, it hid 500 to 600 meters away, thinking that Chen Yaozu was surrounded and could not escape. Who knew? It did not know Chen Yaozu's ability at all. At this moment, Chen Yaozu's mastery of Origin Dao was getting better. In the blink of an eye, he broke through the void and appeared behind it. With a slash of his sword, he smashed its brain nucleus. Roar, an extremely shrill roar of despair was heard. The brain nucleus was smashed, and the mentality was destroyed. The headless giant corpse of the lion fell to the ground instantly. Damn it! The giant eagle and the others were stunned. They did not expect King Gu's descendant to have such an ultimate art. He actually broke through their encirclement and killed the heavily injured King Leo. They had not killed the resurrected martial artist yet, but a rank 9 had fallen first. Kill! In the next moment, the muscular man and the others attacked one after another. The muscular man saw Chen Yaozu's constant flickering and roughly understood the principle. He quickly shouted, "Activate the immortal deity and seal his Origin Dao passageway." They were all rank 9, and there were a few Origin Dao powerhouses. Although many people could not do what Chen Yaozu did, it did not mean that they did not know how to deal with it. In an instant, more than 10 powerhouses used their mentality to seal the void. Once the mentality was sealed, Chen Yaozu's Origin Dragon roared instantly, but it could not be used by Chen Yaozu anymore. "You're quite smart." Chen Yaozu did not care. He sneered. "Fine, then I'll kill you bastards." As soon as he finished speaking, Chen Yaozu moved forward with his sword in hand. The dragon disappeared, and a huge attack word integrated into the longsword. The power of destruction exploded. Kill, with a loud shout, a murderous aura sword. Today, only by killing his way to the top and proving his Tao could he not waste this trip. So what if there were 15 rank 9s? Even if he could not win, he still had to fight. Both sides had just started fighting when Fong Ping arrived. At this moment, Fong Ping's face was pale. Looking at Zheng Tao, who was covered in blood, he was furious. Zheng Tao's golden body was broken, red blood flowing. Right now, he was no different from an ordinary person. If this dragged on, he would definitely die. The only way to save the old man was to kill these people quickly or force them to retreat. 100 Beast Forest. All of you deserve to die. The giant eagle had its eyes on Fong Ping, and Fong Ping had his eyes on it. He knew that on Zheng Tao's side, it was these few monsters who did it. They all had to die. A Changdao appeared in his hand. Without another word, Fong Ping broke through the air and slashed at the giant eagle. Screech! A sharp, piercing eagle cry rang again. The giant eagle's sharp claws grabbed the Changdao. On the side, the giant crocodile, the long snake, and the gopher attacked Fong Ping. 2 Origin Dao and 2 weak rank 9s were enough to deal with Chen Yaozu. Fong Ping, however, did not care. Just as the Changdao and the eagle's claws were about to touch, Fong Ping's mentality exploded suddenly. Boom! Thunder out of thin air. Invisible waves rippled in all directions. The giant eagle was slightly stagnant. The other 3 monsters were the same. At this moment, Fong Ping endured the excruciating pain of his head exploding. With a slash, the shining eagle's claws were bloody. So what if it was Origin Dao? Was the golden body of Origin Dao stronger than him? Was the outburst of Origin Dao stronger than him? That might not be the case. With a slash, the eagle's claws were broken. Seeing that the giant eagle was about to wake up, Fong Ping self-detonated his mentality again. At the same time, Fong Ping's mentality recovered quickly. In the blink of an eye, he broke through to where Chen Yaozu and the others were. Boom! With a crisp sound, in the void, the mentality blockade set by many powerhouses shattered in an instant. At this moment, Chen Yaozu suddenly appearing in front of the giant eagle. With a flash of golden light, he slashed at the eagle's head. The giant eagle's huge eyes regained clarity in the blink of an eye. With a violent cry, it flew backward quickly. What Chen Yaozu wanted was for it to retreat. At this moment, although he and Fong Ping did not work together much, they had a tacit understanding. Fong Ping's 7 orifices were bleeding profusely, but he did not care. Once again, he self-detonated his mentality. He self-detonated 3 times in a row. This time, he blew up the giant crocodile. The giant crocodile did not expect the giant eagle to run away. These 2 people suddenly gathered together and targeted it. His mentality was injured instantly, slightly stagnant. And a peerless rank 9 like Chen Yaozu needed this moment. On the long sword, a murderous aura rushed to the sky. Kill! A loud roar was not useless. Mixed with a strong mentality bombardment, once again intimidated the powerhouses in all directions. A crack appeared in the void. Chen Yaozu stabbed with his sword, directly and indirectly, smashing the giant crocodile's heart core. At this point in the battle, this time, including Fong Ping, no one wanted to preserve the monster's heart core and brain core completely. The demon core, this was the real fatal part of the demon clan. If the brain core was smashed, death was certain and mentality destroyed. If the heart core was smashed, the energy would collapse. Even if the mentality was not destroyed, the demon clan would not be able to fight anymore. Energy would be out of control, and in serious cases, they would die directly. Eating and drinking, although the demon clan's realm improvement was slow, there were not too many bottlenecks. However, the demon core was also their weakness. Bang! The giant crocodile's corpse fell. With his sword, Chen Yaozu directly smashed its heart core. The power that erupted from the long sword also directly shattered its vitality. Even if the mentality was not completely destroyed, at this time, the other party was also in a half-dead state. In the blink of an eye, 2 rank 9 monsters were dead. And until now, the giant eagle only retreated 100 meters away, suddenly roaring in anger. The 100 beasts forced 4 big demon kings, after fighting for a while, actually had 2 killed. The people from the restricted area were actually unable to entangle the descendants of King Gu. They were all useless. The strong man and the group of people were also pale, their expressions ugly. The 11 of them, under the joint effort, were actually killed by Qin Yaozu. Although it was caused by Fang Ping's mentality, it still made them feel ashamed. 16 rank 9s here, only 2 of them. Even if Lion King was severely injured previously, King Crocodile was not, and it was actually killed by a sword. Kagu. These god generals were also angry. Their mentality crisscrossed again, messing up the energy distribution here, no longer giving Qin Yaozu a chance to ambush. No longer fighting separately, the remaining 11 people and 3 monsters surrounded the 2 of them in the middle, attacked one after another. These people were also incomparably powerful. Among them, a few rank 9 powerhouses suddenly erupted their mentality together, shocking Fang Ping. Fang Ping's face turned pale, quickly self-detonating his mentality again, shocking these people. In the end, these people actually had a tacit understanding in the blink of an eye without any communication. 3 of them resisted. 3 of them released their mentality again to shock Fang Ping. 3 rank 9s blocked the power of self-detonation. More than enough. The remaining 3 rank 9s' mentality was not weaker than Fang Ping's. In the blink of an eye, Fang Ping also tasted the feeling of being shocked by someone's mentality. Taking advantage of the moment when he self-detonated and recovered, the other 3 people shocked him. In the next second, a long spear stabbed at Fang Ping's head. Fang Ping was a little dizzy. Beside him, Qin Yaozu roared, using his sword to block the long spear, grabbed Fang Ping, and leaped tens of meters into the air, avoiding the other people's attack. Fang Ping suddenly woke up, his face revealing a look of fear. These catacombs powerhouses had a very strong tacit understanding. Mentality self-detonation was not invincible. Previously, when he self-detonated, that was because the other powerhouses were occupied, unable to deal with Fang Ping. At this time, these people against Fang Ping, as long as a few people blocked when he self-detonated, a few people surrounded him, then there would not be a situation where Fang Ping killed them. Child's play. Do you really think we don't know how special you are? The god general under King Maple sneered. Regarding Fang Ping, everyone on King Maple's side knew. It was this person who made King Maple a joke in the eyes of the true kings. Fang Ping had self-detonated mentality before. Others might not know or remember, but the powerhouses under King Maple still knew. Right now, although Fang Ping's mentality self-detonation was scary, it was not invincible. 8,000 Hertz mentality self-detonation was scary, but 3 rank 9s were enough to withstand it. After saying that, the person shouted again. If he dares to self-detonate again, it will take an extremely short period of time to recover. Shock him again, kill him. From self-detonation to recovery, Fang Ping was fast. No matter how fast it was still the process of 1 to 8,000 Hertz. It would not take a second. However, this less than a second was enough for the rank 9 to shock Fang Ping and kill him. Fang Ping's expression was livid. However, he did not say anything. Yes, he had a flaw. It was impossible to be invincible. However, he was very displeased that his flaw had been caught so quickly. There were still too few people. Wu Chuan and the others were too slow. Otherwise, these people would not have the time to send 3 rank 9s to block him, and then send another 3 rank 9s to shock him. Fang Ping was helpless, suddenly saying, "Senior, I'll self-detonate, you kill." He was prepared to hide behind Qin Yaozu and self-detonate. As soon as he said that, everyone was already attacking. Fang Ping scurried behind Qin Yaozu and began to self-detonate mentality again. The others blocked again. A few of them unleashed mentality to shock. Qin Yaozu was not a dead man either. Seizing this opportunity, he also unleashed mentality, suppressing the surroundings. At the same time, he also sent a voice transmission quickly. This can't go on. Zheng Tao can't hold on anymore. He can't withstand the aftermath of the battle either. We have reservations. They have no reservations. Zheng Tao is about to be shocked to death. What should we do? Fang Ping was a little anxious. Not only Zheng Tao, he had self-detonated 4 to 5 times in a row. He could not hold on anymore too. The continuous damage to him was too great. Right now, he felt like his brain was about to explode. If it happened a few more times, he would also have no energy to self-detonate. Both of them would be blasted to death. As for Wu Chuan and the rest, they still had at least 30 seconds. 30 seconds was enough for them to die a few times. At this time, Chen Yaozu sent a voice transmission quickly. Give me a large amount of imperishable substance. Detonate the imperishable substance. Save Zheng Tao. Retreat immediately. As long as they met up with Wu Chuan and the rest, then it would not be these people chasing after them. It would be them chasing after these guys. These guys, did they really think that 6 Tao of Origins was enough? Fang Ping was not careless either. The imperishable substance could be detonated. However, without the cooperation of the mineral vein, its power was limited. Even a rank 9 could not kill it. It could only block them slightly, and it was a serious waste, not cost-effective. 1,000 yuan of imperishable substance, at most, could block these rank 9s in the blink of an eye. That was the consumption of 10 million wealth points. For many people, 1,000 yuan of imperishable substance, that was the lifetime savings of a paragon. Just to block a few rank 9s for a moment, this was the biggest waste. However, Fang Ping still did not care so much. In the blink of an eye, a few thousand yuan of imperishable substance appeared in his hands. He and Chen Yaozu joined hands to unleash their mentality, detonating it quickly, throwing it out. Rumble! A few explosive sounds rang out. Those rank 9 powerhouses were slightly stagnant. Taking advantage of this moment, Chen Yaozu did not kill anymore. At this time, what was the point of killing one? Next time, these people would have experience, it would be harder for them to escape. At this moment, Chen Yaozu directly broke through the void. A giant dragon appeared, the dragon's tail appearing in front of Zheng Tao. In the blink of an eye, Chen Yaozu landed on the ground, grabbing Zheng Tao, yelling, "It's me, go!" Having said that, without another word, he carried Zheng Tao and ran. At the same time, Fang Ping also turned and fled, mentality quickly self-detonating once again blocking everyone for a moment, retreating quickly. Behind them, Wu Chuan was slightly faster. Wu Quishan was next, followed by Li Chongxing. These 3 people, at this moment, were also almost there. Seeing the 2 of them carrying half of their bodies and escaping, Wu Quishan's mentality erupted, the pressure shaking the sky, yelling, "Hold on for a while more." The 3 powerhouses' speed was extremely fast. As long as they were not killed now, when they arrived, these people were nothing. Right now, there were only 14 rank 9 humans could kill them. Damn it! They rushed over, but the Catacombs God Generals were furious. With such an advantage, they actually could not kill their opponents. Now, Wu Quishan and the rest were less than 20 li away from here. They would arrive in the blink of an eye. The few of them no longer cared about consumption, about the overload on their bodies. Their speed would be even faster. If this went on, it might be difficult to kill Fang Ping and the rest. Fang Ping, you deserve to die. At this moment, the powerhouses under King Maple's command suddenly roared. At this moment, Fang Ping's expression changed slightly. Then, he let out a cold humph. King Maple was doing this too. At the back, the God General actually threw out a familiar maple leaf. Fang Ping had seen it before. At this moment, Fang Ping's first thought was to throw out old Zhang's split body. But at this moment, Fang Ping suddenly thought of something. I can also control a true king's split body. I am Feng Yesheng, King Maple's biological grandson. You can control it, but what about me? I can do it better than you. Although it might not work, King Maple's split body might not be able to kill him. Last time he saw it, it was not too powerful, only comparable to the weakest origin Dao. The moment the maple leaf was thrown, Fong Ping instantly turned into Feng Yeshing, taking on Feng Yeshing's appearance and aura. The moment King Maple's apparition appeared, Fong Ping suddenly shouted, "Royal Ancestor, kill him!" As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping's mentality exploded, starting to contact the apparition. The apparition was just a program, not King Maple himself. At this moment, there was actually a slight stagnation. The apparition was confused. According to the characteristics of the split body, the manipulator would direct the apparition to attack whoever he wanted to kill, whoever he locked onto. However, as King Maple's biological grandson, even if it was just a program, it still represented King Maple himself. Killing his own grandson, King Maple's apparition stagnated for a moment. At this moment, Fong Ping also fled quickly. "Idiot, playing this game with me. Let your split body go to waste." "Sir," the divine general under King Maple's command was about to go crazy. This was given to him by King Maple before he came. He could only use it if he had to kill Fong Ping. The strength of this split body was even stronger than the one he gave to Feng Yeshing last time. King Maple had paid a huge price for it. However, King Maple himself had probably forgotten that the split body was not him, so he did not know how to distinguish between friend and foe in this instant. The apparition stagnated for a moment, probably still accepting the order. Ignoring Fong Ping's order, it charged toward Fong Ping swiftly. However, in the next moment, Fong Ping's aura suddenly disappeared. The apparition stagnated for a moment again. At this moment, the time that the split body existed was almost up, and its aura began to decline. For a moment, it actually lost its direction of attack. It saw Fong Ping, but these split bodies killed people based on the aura they had locked onto earlier. Damn it! The divine general who was chasing from behind was furious. Damn it! King Maple's split body's autonomy was too weak. This was also because King Maple was not too strong, and the mentality he cut was not too much. Otherwise, this would not have happened. The split bodies of Zhang Tao, Life King, and the others did not have this problem. King Maple was still lacking a little. Although the split body's strength was only comparable to the Origin Dao, this was a true King split body. It had some special powers that could kill the same rank. Now, it was actually going to waste. Damn it, if King Maple found out about this, he would kill him. Even when a true king cut the split body, it was not as easy as he wanted to. The divine general under King Maple was furious, and the other divine generals were helpless too. This matter was messed up. At this moment, the muscular man suddenly said, "Retreat." They could not chase anymore. Fong Ping and the others had to meet up with the others. With the strength of the 14 of them, if they really fought, they might end up like the group of people before them. They could not use the fueling tactic anymore. If they lined up one by one to die, it would only get worse. They had to meet up with the others. The divine general under King Maple watched as the King Maple's split bodies aura weakened. Not long after, Chen Yaozu suddenly turned around and slashed with his sword, piercing through the apparition directly. This made the powerhouse under King Maple's command so angry that his eyes almost popped out. The split body did not dissipate on its own. Instead, it was killed by the martial artist who resurrected. To a true king, this was a disgrace. Damn it, if this matter spread, he would be in big trouble. Even if the split body self-destructed, it was still better than being destroyed by martial artists below the true king level. To the 10,000 ants desert, the muscular man shouted. There were many demons over there. The monster Sunflower City's city lord, the Origin Dao powerhouse, had also gone there. They could meet up with the powerhouses there. The giant eagle screeched, full of dissatisfaction. In this short period of time, 2 rank 9 demon kings were killed. It was too dissatisfied. However, at this moment, if they continued to chase, they would need to fight the martial artist who resurrected. Without saying anything more, the 14 powerhouses swept the 2 demon corpses and left in the blink of an eye. They headed west, ready to meet up with the demons in the 10,000 ants desert. Just as they were rushing over to the other side, in the west, suddenly, there was a violent roar. The Jiao had been waiting for this moment. Finally, it made its move. The roar in the west was endless. The beast's roar spread hundreds of miles to the west. The three giant golden ants did not expect that the golden-horned beast, who had been acting like a grandson along the way, would actually attack them now. Along the way, this grandson of his had been humbly asking for advice, including his worries about the future, how to eliminate his dissatisfaction with the Lord Hwai King, how to develop in the restricted area in the future, whether the myriad demon royal court would accept them as disciples of a true king. In short, this grandson had a lot of questions. He was very childish and full of uncertainty about the future. This made the giant ant despise him, but it also felt good to be flattered. But in the end, this grandson changed his attitude just like that. The strongest ant king in the 10,000 ants desert, which it had almost hugged, was just short of touching the Jiao's body. It did not expect that the Jiao, who had been flattering it just a moment ago, would turn around and use its golden horn to pierce its abdomen, almost shattering its core. At this moment, sharp roars and cries of pain spread in all directions. Mixed among them was the Jiao's excited roar. Kill them, and take the 10,000 ants desert. Devour the Ant King. The demons of the 7 southern regions are honored by the boundaries. As the Jiao fought, it encouraged its demon heart, leading hundreds of demons to quickly surround and kill the Ant Kings. As for the monster Sunflower City Lord who was about to rush over, he wanted to cry, but had no tears. He suddenly felt that there was no place for him in the 7 southern regions anymore. Wherever he escaped, there would be unforeseen events. He had thought that the West was the safest. Who would have thought that a demon war would break out in the West, and there would be internal strife? Hundreds of demons fought incessantly. In the blink of an eye, a rank 9 aura dissipated. A rank 9 ant had fallen. Rumble! A self-explosion sounded. The second rank 9 aura dissipated, along with the auras of more than 10 rank 7 demons. The demon war was even more bloody and cruel. At this moment, battles were everywhere in the 7 southern regions. Powerhouses, auras were everywhere. On this day, the catacombs residents of the entire 7 southern regions were trembling with fear. Rank 7 and 8 powerhouses were also holed up, no longer as arrogant as usual. The war went on for days. King realms fell like weeds. For hundreds of years, there was not a time when there were more rank 9s than this time. At this moment, there was still a steady stream of rank 9s entering the territory. At Imperial Sea Mountain, more than 60 rank 9 powerhouses rose into the air and rushed to the front line. At Hope City, many rank 9s also revealed their auras, boiling with killing intent. They gathered everyone and prepared for battle. In the restricted zone, the true king was still mobilizing the rank 9s. On Earth, Nan Yunue rushed to the 5 Holy Lands to ask for help. If they did not participate in the war, if Sino Nation was defeated and conquered a region, they would no longer care about Earth's survival, whether they would help or not. Nan Yunue, who had asked for help, was at daggers drawn. If there was a disagreement, she would counterattack the 5 Holy Lands and completely surrender to the catacombs. On this day, chaos was everywhere. /4_M. Chapter 827. In the West, the demons led by the Jiao suddenly turned hostile. 3 rank 9 giant ants were caught off guard. One of the rank 9 ants self-destructed, killing the other on the spot. Even the leading Ant King was severely injured by the Jiao. Its core was injured, and its energy began to dissipate. As the strongest demon king in the 10,000 Ant Desert, the Ant King was also a powerhouse in Origin Dao. It was no weaker than the giant eagle in the 100 Beast Forest. However, the Ant King was still in despair, furious, and unwilling to accept this. It had been ambushed by the Jiao, golden-horned beast. The giant golden ant squeaked angrily, its mentality no longer fluctuating. The Jiao's huge face revealed a cunning expression. It began to roar as well. Ant King, watch your manners. Communicate with the immortal deity. The Jiao was very pleased. Didn't the giant ant say it was childish when it used beast language to communicate? Why was it roaring now? Kill it. return to the 10,000 ant hive desert, and kill the remaining 2 demon kings. The Jiao roared again. It had led hundreds of high-ranked demons out of the bounded zone this time. The giant golden ant was not with it. The Jiao was no longer attacking on its own. As the Beast King, it had to command the troops. More than 20 rank, 8 beasts, and 4 rank, 9 demons began to besiege the giant ant. The Jiao sensed the aura of the monster Sunflower City's governor and roared. In the next instant, hundreds of rank 7 demons charged in that direction. The monster Sunflower City's governor saw this from afar. He turned and fled without a word. It was crazy. Hundreds of high-ranked demons. Even he would have to kneel if he encountered them. His divine weapon had been destroyed, and he had been injured by the longevity sword. Although he still had origin Dao strength, there were hundreds of rank 7 demons. Roar! The sounds of fighting continued. The Jiao could see the light of victory. In the next instant, the Jiao looked in the direction the monster Sunflower City's governor had fled. Suddenly, more than 10 rank 9 auras came from that direction. The Jiao was stunned. What's going on? Why did he suddenly come to kill it? I'm just killing a few ants. Is there a need to kill me? While the Jiao was stunned, the people who had rushed to the west were also furious. Golden Horned Beast. The giant eagle was enraged. Traitor. This was the aura of the traitor from the 100 Beast Forest. It was actually not dead, and not only did it not die, it actually launched a sneak attack on the 10,000 ant desert and killed several ant kings. Golden Horned Beast, damn beast. The divine generals under King Huai were also furious. Even they had heard of this Golden Horned Beast. It had once lured a true king into the outer realms to hunt it down. In the end, the other party ran to the domain of domains, and everyone thought that the other party would never dare to come out again. Who knew that at this critical moment, the other party would actually appear? Anger. The reinforcements from the 10,000 ant desert were actually killed by the Golden Horned Beast. Boom! Before those people could rush over, the last gigantic ant could not hold on any longer and was instantly destroyed by the combined attacks of dozens of demons. In the void, the shadow of a giant golden ant had just appeared when the Jiao suddenly opened its bloody mouth wide and swallowed the golden ant in one gulp. What? Everyone was dumbfounded. The Golden Horned Beast actually ate the Ant King's spiritual power materialization, just as they were dumbfounded. In the direction of the city of Hope and Mount Imperial Sea, the Ash Cat's big head popped out again. The big cat's face was full of shock. Gluttony of the 8 Directions Divine Technique. The Ash Cat said the name of an absolute art that left everyone dumbfounded. Gluttony of the 8 Directions Divine Technique. This was the absolute art of a certain big dog. There was only one word to describe it: eat. It ate whatever it caught. It did not eat everything, but only picked the best to eat. In any case, it just ate. The more it ate, the better it ate, the stronger it was. Think about it, the Ash Cat. Eating was to enjoy the life of a cat. That big dog was different. That big dog ate was completely to become stronger. Eat to become stronger, and then eat again. Whenever it saw something good, it would snatch it. The Ash Cat had many good things, and the big dog had robbed it many times. The Ash Cat remembered it clearly. Even after thousands of years, it had not forgotten that evil big dog. But now, this is the big dog's descendant. The big dog is dead. The Ash Cat did not feel that the Jiao's aura was familiar. If the big dog was the reincarnation of the same life source, there was no reason for it not to recognize it. Since it was not familiar, was this big dog the descendant of the big dog from the past? The big dog's descendant was actually in the 7 southern regions. What did this mean? Could it be that the big dog knew that it was not dead and threw its descendant here for it to take care of? No, it was prepared to let its descendant snatch its food? That evil big dog! The Ash Cat cursed softly, suddenly feeling a little sad. Was the big dog dead? The experts of that era were all gone. It remembered that the big dog had also disappeared a long time ago. Back then, the big dog had followed a group of people to eat delicious food. That departure was an eternal farewell. At that time, it was still sleeping. When it woke up, the world changed, the sex rose, and the world was born. Quokang Mountain had delicious food, so it came. It was not a demon-taming beast of Quokang Mountain, and Gong Zhuanzi was not qualified to tame it. In Quokang Mountain, it was quite comfortable. In the end, the second time it slept, it missed the great battle again. The world changed again, and the big changes happened again. Old acquaintances, friends, family, everything was gone. When it woke up again, the world had changed and people had changed. Everything was gone. Now it saw something familiar, the big dog's ultimate skill. Did the big dog have descendants? It could not remember. It had slept for too long, so long that it had forgotten the past. Thousands of years had passed, and the only thing it had some impression of was those memories worth remembering. The big dog is dead. The ash cat's huge eyes suddenly became watery. The ash cat Tengu, the heaven's favorite. The Tengu was dead, and its descendant was here. Why did you send me here? I'm not familiar with you. The ash cat muttered. The old cat muttered. Suddenly, big drops of tears rolled down its face and crashed into the water of the forbidden sea, creating a rumbling sound. The big dog was very powerful, so powerful that it would be robbed every time. It was not enough for the big dog to rob it, so it brought people to take revenge, but in the end everything was robbed by the big dog. That evil big dog even asked it to call more people, and if they snatched something good, they would split it evenly and give some benefits to the ash cat. The ash cat did not want to become stronger, and it did not like fighting. But the big dog only wanted to become stronger, and it wanted to become the Tengu Emperor. It was so powerful. How could it die? Who killed you? The ash cat muttered. The cat muttered, "You're so strong. Who can kill you?" The next moment, the ash cat suddenly changed direction and quickly dug a hole in the west. The big dog actually threw its descendant here. It had seen this puppy before, but although it looked similar to the big dog, it was still different. The big dog left seeds everywhere. Maybe it's a crossbreed. The ash cat muttered in its heart. It should be. Who knew? In the west, the strongest big ant was killed, and the Jiao swallowed its mentality manifestation. The Ant King was completely dead. 3 rank 9 monsters were killed before they could even cause a ripple. Right now, there were still 2 rank 9 big ants in the 10,000 Ants Desert. In the east, 14 powerhouses met up with Monster Sunflower City Lord, and 15 powerhouses were rushing over. When the Jiao saw this, it suddenly roared, "Ignore them. Go to the 10,000 Ants Desert, kill the remaining 2 Ant Kings, and slaughter the 10,000 Ants Desert." The Jiao was not afraid of the 15 rank 9s. Including itself, there were 5 rank 9s. There were also more than 20 rank 8s and hundreds of rank 7s. If they really fought, these guys might not be able to do anything to it. After it killed the 2 big ants, it could attack or defend, retreat to the bounded zone, and they would not dare to chase after it. Go! The Jiao roared and led the demons under its command, moving quickly west. Golden Horn Beast. The Jiao did not care about the roar behind it. Giant Eagle King. It would kill this giant eagle sooner or later. Last time, it dared to abandon it, causing it to be hunted by King Huai. Just wait and see. A war broke out in the west, and 3 rank 9 monsters were dead. At this point, the 7 southern territories had lost as many as 19 rank 9s. The last time Wu Quishan and the others fought, he killed 6. The battle at Skygate, he killed 2. Fong Ping's trip to the bounded zone, he killed 2. In less than half a year, the 7 southern territories lost 29 rank 9s. The 7 southern territories had become a rank 9 graveyard. More and more powerhouses died in the 7 southern territories. The 7 southern territories had really become a huge meat grinder. The Monster Sunflower City Lord and the others were still chasing west. At this moment, Fong Ping and the others had already gathered. Fong Ping had already sensed the aura of Li Daong and the others, but he did not have time to greet them. At this moment, Fong Ping quickly replenished Zheng Tao's imperishable substance. However, the old man's injuries were too severe, and it was difficult for his golden body to recover in a short time. However, his flesh was growing at a speed visible to the naked eye, and his aura was no longer as unstable as before. Fong Ping paused for a moment. waiting for Wang Qinghai to arrive. Fang Ping suddenly carried the old man to Wang Qinghai, then gritted his teeth and said, "Everyone, the Western powerhouses have gathered. It will be difficult to kill them in a short time. Let's go to 100 Beast Forest and slaughter it." At this moment, Fang Ping hated 100 Beast Forest to the core. 100 Beast Forest still had a rank 9 Demon King, more than 10 rank 8s, and nearly 100 rank 7 powerhouses. Fang Ping was furious. These demons dared to join the war at this time, then they could not blame him for not holding back. He would destroy the 100 Beast Forest Forbidden Land. As soon as he said this, Chen Yaozu's eyes were cold. Let's go. The 10,000 Demon Royal Court has never participated in wars. This time, the 2 Forbidden Lands dared to join the war. Then we will slaughter 100 Beast Forest and destroy the Forbidden Lands. Without hesitation, the group quickly turned around and rushed towards the eastern 100 Beast Forest. Normally, when killing demons, everyone was very cautious and did not dare to act recklessly. But today, since the 100 Beast Forest dared to participate in the battle, they dared to kill until the demon race was terrified. In less than 10 minutes, a huge forest appeared in front of everyone. As soon as Fang Ping and the others arrived, in the forest, a huge, ferocious tiger monster leaped into the air, roaring violently. That was the remaining 9th grade demonic beast, the one that guarded the 100 Beast Forest. Fang Ping and the others did not say a word. At this moment, they had countless powerhouses on their side. Without the 4 Demon Kings, how could 100 Beast Forest have the strength to resist? Kill. The demon race dares to attack and kill humans. This crime is unforgivable. Kill without mercy. As soon as Fang Ping finished speaking, he swung his saber, splitting a rank 7 monster in half. Without even looking, he charged straight into the 100 Beast Forest, brandishing his saber and slashing. In a flash, Chen Yaozu appeared above the ferocious tiger demonic beast. His long sword pierced through the void as he charged towards his opponent. I am the 10,000 Demon Royal Court. The Demon King did not have time to say too much. In the next second, Wu Chuan suddenly broke through the void and arrived, roaring, "It's time to kill one for me." This time, a green light pierced through heaven and earth. A long sword pierced through the void, shattering the space. The long sword pierced through the void and arrived, chopping off the ferocious tiger's head. Seeing that, Chen Yaozu could only put away his sword, saying helplessly, "What's there to snatch?" "There are more!" From the north, dozens of rank 19 have arrived. This time, there will be more to kill. What's the rush now? Humph! Wu Chuan humphed. How could he not be anxious? If he did not kill one, he would be too ashamed to face others. Among the 11 powerhouses, other than Wang Qinghai, who was helplessly guarding the old man Jing Tao and the heavily injured phoenix monster, the other 10 were killing in the 100 Beast Forest. Roar! Squeak, 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 howl. Beast roars came one after another. The 100 Beast Forest that had stood in the 7 southern regions for thousands of years was forcefully breached today. The Beast King that stayed was besieged by 2 peak rank 9 powerhouses, killed in the blink of an eye. Very soon, the 10 people began slaughtering the 100 Beast Forest demons. The sounds of explosions were endless. One by one, the rank 7 and 8 demons that were usually high and mighty were like weeds today. Their corpses were everywhere. The blood-red light soared into the sky. Too many high-ranked demons died in battle, causing the entire 100 Beast Forest to be shrouded in the blood-red light. Thousands of miles away, in the west, when they saw the blood-red light piercing through heaven and earth in the east, the giant eagle monster and the long snake monster that was still alive roared madly. The 100 Beast Forest was breached. Today, the 2 big demon forbidden lands of the 7 southern regions were going to be completely destroyed. Ahead, the Jiao had already led countless demons to war with the demons of the 10,000 Ants Desert. They were slaughtering the demons of the 10,000 Ants Desert. The demon forbidden lands participated in the war for the first time. In the end, before they could achieve anything, the 2 forbidden lands were destroyed. Out of the 10 great demon kings, 6 had already been killed. The remaining 2 big ants were also in a precarious situation. Screech! The eagle's cry was violent and regretful. The demons should not have participated in the war. Today, the demons actually listened to the Green Wolf King's orders and came out of the Forbidden Lands to participate in the war. They thought that the Land of Rebirth was not a threat. Who knew that it would bring disaster upon them? The Forbidden Lands were destroyed in the blink of an eye. The giant eagle monster thought that the Land of Rebirth would not dare to attack the 100-beast forest. It really thought so. The Forbidden Lands were the territory of the 10,000 demon royal court. But now, the martial artists who were reborn did not care at all. Since they dared to attack, then Fong Ping dared to slaughter the Forbidden Lands. Imperial Sea Mountain. At this moment, the Green Wolf King was completely silent. War King did not say a word either. On the high platform, Ji Yao glanced at God General Ji Nan. After a while, she said, "Lord Green Wolf King, how's the situation in the 7 southern regions?" She was not a true king. Naturally, she could not see through Imperial Sea Mountain and see the situation inside the 7 southern regions. If the Green Wolf King did not say anything, she would not know. But in total, the 7 southern regions had already invested in the rank 9 army. But now, the Bamboo King was still sending God General from all over. This surprised Ji Yao. Had the war in the 7 southern regions reached this stage? The Green Wolf King ignored her. At this moment, another true king arrived. He came from the Destiny Royal Court and was on good terms with the Ji family. This true king looked indifferent. When he heard Ji Yao's question, he said softly, "The war is not going well. The changes in the 7 southern regions are too big. The demons in the boundaries have slaughtered the 10,000 ants desert. The martial artists who were reborn have slaughtered the 100-beast forest. The 7 southern regions, native demon generals, and god generals are left now." 5. Ji Yao was stunned. How many native rank 9s were there in the 7 southern regions? There were 18 rank 9s in the cities and 10 in the Forbidden Lands. There were 28 rank 9s in total. Did this mean that 23 rank 9s were killed in a short period of time? This true king counted the Phoenix Monster Beast death. Right now, the Phoenix Monster Beast's aura was so weak that it could not be sensed. To him, it must have died in battle. The remaining 2 rank 9 ants in the 10,000 ants desert were also killed by Jiao and the other demons. 23. In less than half an hour since the start of the war, 23 rank 9s were killed. Even a true king powerhouse was stunned. Ji Yao was stunned for a moment. Then, she said hurriedly, "Then the martial artists who were reborn." Martial artists who were reborn? This true king smiled faintly. After a while, he said, "One of the martial artists who were reborn died in battle." Humph! Green Wolf King suddenly snorted. Not far away, War King suddenly smiled faintly. "Sorry, he's not dead yet. King Pingshan, your strength is still a little lacking. Go back and practice more, lest you die a violent death like mysterious Jade True King." This new True King's strength was really not up to par. His sensing ability was very poor. He could not sense that the Phoenix was still alive. He could not sense that Zheng Tao was still alive. This was the difference in strength. The other party could only make a rough judgment. As soon as this was said, the true king's expression changed slightly, but he did not speak. If he spoke now, it would be a joke. Since Green Wolf King did not refute, it meant that what War King said was true. 7 southern regions had lost 23 rank 9s in battle. None of the martial artists who were reborn were injured. As for Ji Yao, her expression was strange. So many god generals entered the territory. In the end, 23 of them were killed by the martial artists who were unharmed. What did this mean? Were God Continent's god generals this weak now? This battle was fought with great momentum, but this was the result? If word got out, other than the true king powerhouses in God Continent, everyone else would be shaken. Would they really dare to fight the Land of Rebirth? There were many god generals in God Continent and the outer territories. In total, there were close to 2,000 rank 9s in the 108 outer territories and cities. There were at least 500 demon god generals in the forbidden rank 9. There were more than 2,500 rank 9s in the outer territories. The inner territories of God Continent had more rank 9s than the outer territories. Of course, it was not that much. Many rank 9s in the outer territories came from the inner territories. In total, there were a few thousand of them. However, God Continent was too big. Was a few thousand god generals a lot? There were so many true kings, so many divine sects and dynasties. There were not many god generals directly under the command of the two royal courts. More than 20 were killed in this battle. Now there were close to 80 rank 9 powerhouses in the 7 southern regions. If hundreds of god generals were killed in this battle, God Continent would be in turmoil. In the past few years, too many god generals had died in battle. Sino Nation, Ji Yao said all of a sudden. King Ping Shan fell silent. In the past 2 years, too many god generals had died in the war with Sino Nation. In total, there were probably more than 50. As for Sino Nation, it was funny. So far, only Axe King had died in battle. With the battle-loss ratio at this point, even the true kings were a little shaken. 50-1. This was the battle-loss ratio of god generals' powerhouses. What about true kings? When the war started, there were dozens of true kings in the land of rebirth. Forget about dozens to one. Even if it was 2-1, 100 true kings would have died in battle. At the level of true kings, they were almost immortal. Was it really worth it? King Pingshan's mind was full of thoughts. He was a powerhouse who had not gone far on the origin path. Once he joined the war, he might really follow in Mysterious Jade True King's footsteps. Mysterious Jade True King was not weaker than him. She died in Imperial Sea Mountain the first time she joined the war. After thinking about it, King Pingshan suddenly sent a voice transmission to Green Wolf King. Should we continue? If this goes on, there will be more casualties. Green Wolf, you won't be able to explain it to the royal court. I see that Bamboo King is still transporting rank 9s. Are you summoning true kings to prepare for a true king war? Green Wolf King sent a cold voice transmission. That's the plan. If we lose again in the God Generals War, then we'll start a true king war and invade the 7 southern regions. We might even take this opportunity to invade the land of rebirth. Green Wolf, are you serious? That's right. King Pingshan was silent for a while, then sent a voice transmission. I'm not interested in invading the land of rebirth, nor am I interested in seizing the seed of rebirth. I won't join this war. War King, Martial King, Hades King, Heaven-Suppressing King, Sword King, none of them are weak. I've only been a true king for 300 years. I still have a long life. I don't want to die here. You. King Pingshan ignored him and continued. Green Wolf, this war is between the land of rebirth and the Heavenly Plants Royal Court. The Heavenly Plants Royal Court has always been fighting head-on. Now, you're so impatient. Don't you think you've gone overboard? Do you want to drag the Destiny Royal Court into the flames of war? Green Wolf, don't be impulsive. The Royal Court and the True King Palace can still accept God general-level martial artists joining the 7 southern regions. However, you want to drag the entire Royal Court into the flames of war. The other True Kings won't agree. Although there aren't many True Kings in the land of rebirth, there are many top-level True King powerhouses. Think twice. King Pingshan advised. The war was not going well. He could already feel a strong sense of crisis. This war had the tendency of breaking out into a big war. Once the True Kings joined the war, the situation would be completely chaotic. By then, it might attract more and more True Kings to join the war. This time, there might be True Kings who would really fall. He was not strong and did not want to get involved. He did not want to die here either. So what if he conquered the land of rebirth? When a person is dead, everything is empty. Even if the seed of rebirth could really resurrect people, these true kings could only resurrect those god generals because the god generals were their subordinates. If these true kings died in battle, they would really die. No one would be willing to resurrect a true king and increase their opponents. As soon as he finished speaking, King Pingshan suddenly frowned and said, "It seems like someone from the land of rebirth has come again." Green Wolf King noticed it earlier than him. He did not continue the topic just now. Instead, he frowned slightly and said, Sino Nation is so generous, including Fong Ping and Longevity Sword. The number of god generals participating in the war has reached 24. At this moment, rank 9s entered from the passageway one after another and joined the war. How many rank 9s were there in Sino Nation? There were 48 places on the ranking list. Other than the 5 paragons, there were 23 passageways. There were no rank 9s in the Forbidden Catacombs now. 22 passageways were guarded by rank 9s. That was the 27th. Zhao Xingwu was not included in the list. The remaining 20 were all here. In addition to the 2 rank 8s, Fong Ping and Longevity Sword, there were 22 in total, including Zheng Tao and LV Zhen. There were 24 powerhouses who had entered the domain. This was Sino Nation's overwhelming power. Of course, there were still a few rank 9s in Polaris City and the central government who were not on the ranking list. From the looks of it, they might be rushing to join the war soon. Perhaps very soon, there would be as many as 30 rank 9s participating in the war. On the catacomb side, there were about 80 rank 9s in the domain now. Don't forget, there were still a few demons from the land of boundaries that were also participating in the war. King Pingshan felt increasingly threatened. It seemed that Sino Nation's King Wu and the others were really going to fight a big war in the 7 southern territories this time. There were not many resurrected god generals. If they suffered heavy losses, even if the Green Wolf King did not start the war, King Wu and the others would make a move. King Pingshan glanced at the Green Wolf King. Suddenly, he sent a voice transmission to Ji Yao. Leave this place as soon as possible. A battle between true kings might break out here soon. Ji Yao, leave as soon as possible. The Green Wolf King is bent on dragging the royal court into the war. I'm afraid he has other plans. Ji Yao's expression changed slightly. Her father had asked her to come here to check out the situation and see if she could discuss cooperation with Fong Ping. Initially, she thought that she had to be more careful this time. With 5 god generals protecting her, there should be no problems. Who knew that the situation would deteriorate to this point now? 5 god generals? 5 true kings were more or less the same. The 7 southern territories was about to become a slaughterhouse for the god generals. At this moment, the Green Wolf King suddenly sent a voice transmission, informed the other territories to join the war. Defeat the land of rebirth. Perhaps this time, we can conquer the land of rebirth completely. Ji Yao suddenly snorted coldly, her eyes cold and stern. Green Wolf King, you don't have this right. You're neither the royal court lord, nor the true King Hall lord. How dare you? At this moment, Ji Yao could not stand it anymore. The Green Wolf King actually wanted to start a war between all territories. He wanted to drag the Destiny Royal Court into the flames of war and become the main attacker of the land of rebirth. This was something that the Ji family would never agree to. The Green Wolf King's eyes were cold. King Pingshan said calmly, Green Wolf, think twice. If he touched Ji Yao, started a war, and dragged the royal court into the flames of war, he would just have to wait for the Life King and Lord Ji's revenge. The Green Wolf King glanced at Ji Yao coldly, but did not mention the other territories attacking together. This was no longer something he could control. However, the 7 southern territories was his territory. He could do whatever he wanted. Even the royal court had no right to control what he did. Chapter 828 100 Beast Forest. The once powerful demon Forbidden Land was completely destroyed today. Corpses were everywhere. This time, Fong Ping finally had some gains. 82 rank 7 demon corpses, 11 rank 8 corpses, 1 rank 9 corpse. Since the start of the war, they had killed many rank 9 demons. In the end, this was the only corpse they got, and it was considered complete. However, this was not all. Fong Ping glanced at the interior of 100 Beast Forest. So many mineral veins. Fong Ping was slightly shocked. The Forbidden Land was indeed a forbidden land. A place that cultivated 5 rank 9s was not a place that lacked energy. There were at least 3 complete mineral veins. The so-called complete mineral veins were in better condition than the one in Skygate City. However, this was not the time to mine. Fong Ping glanced at it. Without looking, he said quickly, "Vice-Chancellor, Old Chun, let's quickly gather the others and rush to the west. Let's see if we can kill those guys before the others arrive." There were more and more rank 9s in the catacombs. If this went on, although Fong Ping had reinforcements, they would be at a disadvantage sooner or later. Chen Yaozu said quickly, "Then let's go. This time, Zhang Weiyu and I will see if we can advance. If we can advance, this time forcefully suppress it for a while. Zhang Weiyu and I will not stop until we kill 20 to 30 rank 9s. Having said that, Chen Yaozu added quickly, "Moreover, this time, they might not follow the previous rules. If they don't fight at the pinnacle, they might become a joke. Fong Ping, you guys must be careful." Chen Yaozu was full of confidence. He felt that he had a chance to advance this time. However, once he advanced, he might completely fall out with them and break the rules. When the pinnacle battle broke out, who would care about the rule of true kings not fighting? "Take it easy, old man." Fong Ping laughed too. "If you really break through, you've just advanced. If the pinnacle battle breaks out, you'll be in more danger. Let's go." Fong Ping did not care about the mineral veins anymore. After wiping out the Forbidden Land this time, the mineral veins would be left here. He would come back later to dig. This time, there was no need to follow the rules. All the rules were broken. Fong Ping now understood old Zhang's thoughts. He cut off all means of retreat and only bet on one thing. The catacombs dared not completely turn against him at this time. Fong Ping seriously suspected that the catacombs was not willing to start a full-scale war at this time because the 108 passageways were not all opened. Perhaps it had something to do with the fact that the thing they wanted had yet to appear, the seed of rebirth. Perhaps it will only appear after all 108 passageways are opened. Fong Ping suddenly felt a little relieved. There were so many powerhouses in the catacombs. If the seed of rebirth had really appeared, wouldn't the catacombs' powerhouses be worried? Wouldn't they be afraid of humans obtaining it and becoming emperors? But they weren't in a hurry. They waited and endured. Was it really because the Outer Realms passageway was unstable? The passage to Mount Royal Sea was still there. If the catacombs' powerhouses really wanted to focus on attacking the Shishan catacombs and attack together, why would they need to attack one by one from the outer domain? They could directly break through the Mount Yuhai passageway, and perhaps they could enter the human world. But they didn't. Maybe it's because it's not worth it. They hadn't even seen anything yet. There was no need to fight to the death. The powerhouses of the catacombs had endured for countless years, waiting for passageway 108 to be fully opened. Perhaps by then, there would be an earth-shattering change. When the seed of rebirth appeared completely, perhaps everyone would be able to discover it. It would not be like now, where almost no one knew what the seed of rebirth was. Who told them? Who spread the news about the seed of rebirth? So that these catacombs powerhouses did not doubt it at all and believed it to be true? Fong Ping used the flight step swiftly while thinking about this question. This news was definitely not groundless. It concerned hundreds of true kings. Some of these true kings had been planning for thousands of years. If the news was not confirmed, these people would be stupid to do this. Would there be any benefits in attacking and destroying Earth? To the true kings, Earth was nothing. But they still did it. That meant that they had confirmed the authenticity of the news, or that it was told to them by a powerhouse that they all believed. It was very clear that the seed of rebirth existed. That was why they did it. To be able to make hundreds of true kings believe. Ordinary people don't have this qualification. After about another 10 minutes, both sides met. Old Chun, Guardian Wu, everyone greeted one after another. Li Daong said loudly, "Fong Ping, the minister has given orders. Today, we will use all of Sino Nation's strength to fight the catacombs in Magic City. We won't stop until one of us is dead." At the back of the crowd, Zhang Weiyu also entered at this moment. He laughed loudly and said, "Today, West and South Guardian Manors will listen to MCMAU's orders. Fong Ping, today, MCMAU is the leader. You guys decide how to fight. This time, Sino Nation will not hesitate to give up other passageways. We must gain the biggest advantage in Magic City catacombs, using all of the nation's strength to fight this battle. If they lost Sino Nation, then they would conquer 7 Southern Territory. If they did not lose Sino Nation, then they would conquer 7 Southern Territory. Or they would completely abandon 7 Southern Territory, but they would also destroy this place and make this territory wasteland. Fang Ping looked around. He saw many familiar faces and many powerhouses. Zhang Weiyu and the rest had actually arrived. Kong Lingyuan, an Origin Dao powerhouse who was in charge of the catacombs, had actually given up guarding and rushed here. There was also Star Town. A large number of powerhouses had also arrived. Fang Ping suddenly felt a little out of breath. In this battle, if these people died in Magic City catacombs, then Sino Nation's elite class below the pinnacle would be wiped out. The large number of pinnacle seeds accumulated in the neo-martial arts era would be obliterated. Fang Ping looked in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain. There were currently close to 70 auras piercing through the heavens and earth. They were about 600 li away from them. The more than 60 people who came and had joined up with the 4 god generals under Ji Yao's command. Almost 70 people had been gathered. In the west, the 15 auras no longer cared about Jiao and the rest. Instead, they took a detour and went to the side to converge with those people. Once they converged, there would be more than 80 rank 9 martial artists. And here, even including the crippled Jing Tao, there were only 24 people. Using the strength of 24 people to fight more than 80 rank 9s. It was not that they could not fight. Zhang Weiyu, Chen Yaozu, and the rest were all masters who could fight 2 against 3. However, if they fought like this, then the human casualties would be huge. In the end, more than half of the 24 powerhouses might die in battle. This was a loss that Sino Nation could not afford. Fang Ping did not speak. Instead, he quickly condensed about 30 lumps of imperishable substance. He threw 1 to each person and handed the rest to Wu Quishan. He said loudly, "Everyone, use them when you need to. We can fight, but it's important to stay alive." More than half of Sino Nation's Grandmaster powerhouses are gathered here. If we're injured, it'll be a national tragedy. After saying that, Fang Ping immediately said, "Go and meet up with Jiao and the rest. There are still 5 rank 9 monsters over there. Let the demons fight. The demons will be the vanguard. These demons are not afraid of death. Now that the 2 major forbidden lands have been destroyed, they have already made their move. There's no way out. We have to fight even if we don't want to." As everyone spoke, they were already rushing toward the west. More than 20 powerhouses auras swept across the city. This time, they ignored the city below. Some rank 7 and 8 powerhouses in the city saw them flying over and fled as fast as they could. They could not stay in the city. In the battle on Jing Tao's side, the rank 9 battle earlier, they destroyed a city directly, wiped out the invaders, and killed all the high ranks in the city. Although these people did not feel it clearly, they knew that some people were caught in the crossfire. At this moment, how would they dare to stay where they were? Rank 7 and 8 martial artists fled as far as they could. It was fine if it was just a single rank 9s, but if there were several rank 19s, they would not dare to intercept them now. Although the true king had given such an order earlier, no one dared to come and seek death now. Fang Ping frowned as he performed the flight step. For the battle to reach this stage, it had already far exceeded his expectations. However, there were too many enemies. This could not go on. More than 80 rank 9s, and there were still rank 9s entering the domain. How to fight? More than 20 people. Even if Zhang Weiyu said that there would be reinforcements later on, how many could they possibly send? He did not want to fight a war with heavy casualties. There should not be heavy casualties in a war where Fang Ping, was around. His remaining 800 million wealth points were almost used up now. From start to finish, he had invested another 4 to 500 million wealth points into it. The House of Gold had even self-destructed. In addition to the more than 1 billion wealth points that were used to get out of the restricted zone, this battle was almost used up. With such heavy losses, if a large number of rank 9s were killed or injured, would this battle be worth it? After thinking about it, Fong Ping suddenly asked, how many weak rank 9 powerhouses are there? As soon as he said that, many people in the crowd looked at him. Fong Ping did not care so much. He looked around and said quickly, Instructor Li, Minister Wang, Senior Tian, Minister Xie. Finally, Fong Ping looked at Lu Zhen. He did not expect Lu Zhen to come in at this time. However, Fong Ping still said quickly, including old Lu and me, there are a total of 6 people. All of their auras are about the same as weak rank 9s. If the 6 of us hide our auras and go to Mount Royal Sea now, pretend to be catacombs reinforcements. As soon as he said that, Zhang Weiyu's expression changed drastically. He said, no, the true king is watching the battle. He will not give you such a chance. At this time, Fong Ping actually wanted to infiltrate the enemy's camp. How risky would that be? Would the true king not know whether they were reinforcements or not? Once the voice was transmitted, the 6 of them would be surrounded and killed by more than 80 people. They would die for sure. Fong Ping took a deep breath and said in a low voice, then let Senior Warlord disrupt the situation. Just like last time, both sides will not watch the battle anymore, letting us kill each other. Let the true king become blind and deaf. The 6 of us will bring the avatars of the peerless powerhouses and enter from the back, disguised as companions. Fong Ping quickly calculated whether his current wealth points were enough or not. If he added one more person, he would need to pay 10 times the price. Fong Ping himself was 10 million points per minute to disguise his aura. If he added 5 people, it would be 1 million points per minute. In an hour, that would be 60 million points. The price of 5 people is too high. Actually, we don't need so many people. Maybe we can reduce it. Actually, just to be safe, Old Man Li and I are enough. If it was really him and Old Man Li, then the consumption would be negligible. When Fong Ping thought of this, he suddenly changed his strategy and said quickly, I will go with Instructor Li. No more disguises, but assassinations. As long as we are fast, we can kill one person in an instant and leave immediately. We have this confidence. I will self-detonate my mentality to intimidate one person. Instructor Li will use his sword to kill one person. We will lead them in circles, mess up their deployment, and disperse their forces. The more Fong Ping spoke, the smoother he became. He said quickly, that's what we should do. That's the only way we can take them down with the least amount of effort. Also, if everyone has brought avatars, please give some to us. Let's see if we can kill more people. As he spoke, Zhang Weiyu suddenly said, Fong Ping, it's best not to use avatars this time. The battle of the peerless powerhouses is about to break out. Other than Minister Zhang, it's best not to use the others to prevent the decline of some of the peerless powerhouses' combat strength. The cost of killing a few more rank 9s is far less than the cost of using avatars. If the battle of the peerless powerhouses did not happen, they could recover after a period of recuperation. Zhang Weiyu would not say this. However, if the battle of the peerless powerhouses was imminent, using avatars at this time could easily cause the death of the peerless powerhouses if they were not careful. Sino Nation could not afford this price. Fong Ping's expression changed slightly. Careless. Really careless. Previously, he asked Jiang Chao and the others to come. At that time, he thought that if a great battle broke out here, even if the peerless powerhouses participated in the battle, it would be limited to old Zhang and the others. But now it might not be so. For example, people like Elder Ancestor Su and the others might rush over to participate in the battle. If they used their avatars during the battle, causing their mentality to be deficient and stagnant, then it would be very troublesome. Fong Ping took a deep breath, looking at Zhang Weiyu and nodding heavily. The others might be embarrassed to say this. The few powerhouses in Constellation City might not be able to say this, but Zhang Weiyu's reminder was right. At this time, they should not count on using the peerless powerhouses' avatars to kill the enemy. As for old Zhang's, it could be used. Now Fong Ping felt that old Zhang did not care about this shortcoming. Then Instructor Li and I will assassinate the enemy and disrupt their deployment. Try not to split up. Once you do, then it'll be troublesome. As he spoke, Zhang Weiyu suddenly transmitted his voice. Minister Zhang said that the cat you saw earlier is a cat from the bounded domain. At the crucial moment, let Elvision appear and let that cat attack. It's hiding underground now, using the water of the Forbidden Sea to conceal its aura. Minister and the other party have reached a certain agreement. By paying a certain price, the other party can attack in secret. Fong Ping's pupils constricted. He transmitted his voice quickly. In Hope City, not only that, it is now opening up roads everywhere, pouring seawater into it, and concealing its aura. I'm not too sure where it is exactly, but pay attention and investigate. It might be where there are underground rivers. It shouldn't be too far away from us. Zhang Weiyu spoke quickly. Also, don't trust it completely. No one knows what the powerhouses in the bounded domain want to do. Try to guard against it. Also, Minister asked me to tell you, if you have the ability to attract a few hundred rank 9s here, he will attack at the crucial moment, annihilate these powerhouses, and completely break the rule of the peerless powerhouses not attacking. Of course, that's only if it's worth it. If there aren't enough rank 9s, humans won't take the initiative to break these rules, because it's more beneficial to us. Fong Ping was shocked. Old Zhang was really prepared to do something big this time. He actually wanted him to attract a few hundred rank 9s for him to kill. This old man was really ruthless and evil. I understand. Then the other passageways. Don't worry about it. Prepare to give up. Minister said so. That's right. Understood. Fong Ping did not waste any more time. His speed was extremely fast. From afar, his mentality erupted, and his pressure shook the sky. He roared, "Brother Jiao, come quickly." In the next moment, from afar, the Jiao, who was holding a gigantic energy stone in its mouth, leaped into the air, looking at Fong Ping. With a crunch, it swallowed the huge energy stone into its stomach, a hint of helplessness in its big eyes. "Why did you call me?" "I'm looting the spoils of war. Chef actually brought people here. Could it be that he felt that he had broken his promise and was looking for him to settle the score? Didn't he just not attack the city? But he also destroyed the 10,000 ants desert, and it was so easy." No, the Jiao suddenly realized that it was in trouble. It was so easy. Could it be that Chef thought that it was too comfortable and was unhappy? It destroyed the 10,000 ants desert this time. It was really quite easy. Hundreds of demons first surrounded and killed 3 big ants, then 2 rank 9 ants that were split up. It was very easy. The demons in the bounded domain did not suffer 2 great losses. Only 30-odd rank 7 demons and 4 to 5 rank 8 demons died. At the thought of this, the Jiao's golden body suddenly dimmed. The originally arrogant Jiao became miserable in the next moment, like a big dog that fell into a mud pit, battered and exhausted. There were even some cracks on its golden body. I was beaten up badly. In the distance, Fong Ping and the others looked sluggish. What was going on? Chen Yaozu and the others did not understand the Jiao, and thought that it was seriously injured, so they did not think much of it. But Fong Ping knew it. This big dog, back in Skygate City, pretending to be pitiful. Anyway, if there were benefits, it would do it. It did not care about its reputation. If there were no benefits, it was usually not willing to do it. Fong Ping could not be bothered with it. His mentality erupted to the extreme, and he quickly roared, "We have killed dozens of rank 9 powerhouses. Now that the restricted zone has sent reinforcements, our reinforcements will need some time to arrive. If you do not want to be annihilated by the restricted zone powerhouses, come and meet up quickly." Do you really think that after destroying the 10,000 ants desert, those people will let you go? If you and I split up, you will definitely die. Think about your choice. Fong Ping was not worried at all that they would not meet up. If they split up now, as long as Fong Ping and the others left and did not stay in the west, they could be quickly annihilated by those powerhouses. Since the Jiao had already made its move, now it was not about destroying the 10,000 ants desert, but standing on the side of the humans. This kind of traitor was even more hateful. The Jiao was slightly stunned. What he said seemed to be right, unless before it could finish its thought, Fong Ping seemed to know what it was thinking and shouted again. It's too late to retreat to the bounded domain now. This time, the 7 southern regions have gathered hundreds of rank 9s. If we are defeated, the bounded domain will no longer be a paradise. When the time comes, when the rank 9s enter the bounded domain, you will not be able to escape. True kings could not enter the bounded domain, but rank 9s did not have that many restrictions. The Jiao's giant eyes blinked. Boarded the pirate ship? That seemed to be the case. If they retreated now, Chef and the others would be defeated, and it would be doomed. If they did not retreat, they would have to fight many rank 9s. At this time, the two sides were about to converge. The Jiao was a little troubled. Chef said that they would win for sure, and in fact, they did win for sure. The other party quickly killed the local powerhouses of the 7 southern regions. The Jiao did not expect that the restricted zone would have so many rank 9s as reinforcements. Now that the battle had come to this, it was feeling a little helpless. It would have been better if it had not attacked, but now that it had attacked and killed the giant ants, it was obvious that it would not be let off. Roar! The Jiao suddenly roared. In the next moment, the demons in the 10,000 ants desert who were still devouring the bodies of the demon beasts rose into the air. At this moment, there were less than 100 rank 7s, and there were only a few rank 8s. Seeing this, Fong Ping shouted again. The 2 demon-restricted zones have been destroyed. Brother Jiao, the top powerhouses of the humans, Guardian King, Martial King, Battle King, Pluto, have unanimously decided to confer you the title of the 7 southern regions Demon King. After this battle, you will be the 7 southern regions Demon King. Humans will manage the humans, and the Demon King will manage the demons. There will be no encroachment. Demon King, conferment of the kings. The Jiao's giant eyes blinked again, feeling that it was so awesome. Demon King, conferred by the kings? Why did it feel like it was similar to the Lord of the Royal Court? If that was the case, would it be the number 1 demon under the kings in the future? At this moment, the demons in the bounded domain were all roaring, somewhat agitated and excited. Be it humans or demons, true monarchs were supreme beings. At this moment, Fong Ping had brought the conferment of the human kings. Although it was not the kings of the catacombs, to them, it was similar. The Golden Horned Beast King was conferred a title by the kings. This was the first time something like this had happened in the 7 southern regions. At this moment, a token appeared in Fong Ping's hand. He tossed it over and shouted, Jiao, are you willing to accept this order? This is the heaven-suppressing order, the order of the top human, Guardian King. The Guardian King had killed many true king powerhouses and was invincible. If you accept it, the Jiao will be the demon lord of the 7 southern regions. In the future, the Jiao will be free to roam the human world. Fong Ping did not mention the consequences if he did not accept it. However, the demons were still shocked. The top human true king, an existence that had killed many true kings. The land of rebirth could compete with the divine land because of these top powerhouses. If he did not accept this order, there would be a lot to say. This would be a slap in the face of the human kings. The Jiao was also helpless. Chef had already thrown it at him. Should he accept it? If he did not accept it, it would be so inappropriate. If he accepted it, Chef was obviously asking him to do the hard work. He was not stupid. Forget it. Let the other stupid demons do the work. He was the king, he could just command. The Jiao did not waste any more words. Soon, the token was sucked into the air by the Jiao, disappearing in the blink of an eye. No one knew if it was stored in the Jiao's stomach. Greetings, Jiao. At this moment, the demons all prostrated on the ground. It was perfectly justifiable for the kings to confer their titles. When Fong Ping said Jiao King, the Golden Horned Beast King became a thing of the past. From now on, it would be the Jiao King, a title given by the human kings. As the demons paid their respects, Jiang Yuanhua sent a voice transmission to Li Xinmin, asking, Does your family's elder ancestor have the heaven-suppressing orders? Li Xinmin was the Li family patriarch of Star City. After a while, he said, The elder ancestor has the token, not the heaven-suppressing order, but it does seem to belong to the elder ancestor. As for the conferment, the elder ancestor hasn't been back for so many years. Where would he find the time to do this? Stop joking. The Lee family had not seen the heaven-suppressing king for many years. The elder ancestor would not have the time to confer the title of Demon King on a foreign demon. Fong Ping's lies could only fool the demons. Fong Ping did not care about this. At this time, including the 5 demon kings, himself, and old man Li, there were 29 rank 9 combatants on the human side. Zheng Tao was recovering rapidly. Instructor Li and I will sneak over now. Everyone be careful. He had just finished speaking when Zhang Weiyu suddenly said, "Me, Old Chun, Wu Chuan, and Wu Quishan, the 4 of us will act alone. If the 4 of us join forces, we are stronger than the 3 from the Sky Plant's royal court back then. We can even fight a newly ascended paragon. They will act together. We will hunt down these powerhouses." The 4 powerhouses had made great strides on Origin Path. In this battle, perhaps all of them had hopes of advancing to the paragon. If the 4 of them joined forces, they would be stronger than the Li Zhu trio back then. They were invincible existences below the paragon. 8 to 10 rank 9s would not be able to do anything to them at all. Fong Ping thought for a while, nodded quickly, then turned around and instructed the Jiao to act together with the humans. Together with Old Man Li, he disappeared from the spot swiftly. He and Old Man Li would be assassins. Messing up the rank 9 company with dozens of people would be like how they dealt with Feng Yeshing and the rest back then at the King's Battleground, killing them until they collapsed. As soon as he left, Zhang Weiyu and the rest quickly concealed their auras and hurried over there. With the 4 powerhouses joining forces, if Fong Ping and these 2 fellows really wanted the other party to split up, then as long as the number of people was less than 5, they could swiftly take down the other party, nibble away at the other party, and then eliminate them. He just did not know if there would be powerhouses on the Catacombs Divine General's ranking who would come here this time. The powerhouses on the Divine General's ranking were extremely strong. They should not be underestimated. Zhang Weiyu even thought of the Right God General. Back then, he had actually fought with the Right God General, but at that time he was not the Right God General's opponent. He did not know if this trio would come this time. The 3 of them, Li, Hua, and Gu, were also humanity's biggest opponents back then. If the true king did not appear, these 3 people could look down on everyone. Among the humans below the paragon, Zhang Tao, Li Zhun, and Nan Yunyue could originally be their match. However, Zhang Tao was the first to advance, and Li Zhun was about to advance. These 3 people were invincible, creating chaos many times. If Li Zhun did not cripple them when he broke through, many of the current human rank 9 might have died in their hands. One of the trio is dead, and Li Zhu is not coming. Will the Right God General come this time? I really want to see for myself. Zhang Weiyu was looking forward to it. Perhaps only by fighting with such a powerhouse could he advance to the paragon. However, even if he did not come, this time was enough. Back then, Zhang Tao also fought more than 10 rank 9 powerhouses. In the end, he killed all the powerhouses and achieved the paragon. This is the path of the paragon. Back then, Zhang Tao said that he reached the paragon after a nap. However, that was also built on the foundation of a great battle. In one battle, he killed more than 10 rank 9s with his strength alone. This was the true invincibility below the paragon. In today's world, no one could do this. Not to mention that more than 10 of them were all Origin Dao. Even if they were weak rank 9s, Zhang Weiyu and the rest might not be able to fight against 10 weak rank 9s. 4 or 5 were still possible, but 10, not only did they defeat them, but they also had to kill all of them. This was not something he could do. In the next moment, Zhang Weiyu thought of Fong Ping. This kid was advancing fast now, similar to Zhang Tao's invincibility in the same rank. Could it be that he was another martial king? However, this was a good thing for humanity. Looking around, the 3 people beside him all looked determined. Zhang Weiyu sighed again. Perhaps this time, Zhang Tao wanted everyone to fight in this battle, with the intention of letting them take the opportunity to step into the paragon. If they won this battle, with the invincibility, maybe everyone could really advance. For hundreds of years, humans had not fought such a big battle, and they had not killed so many rank 9s. /4_M. Chapter 829. Imperial Sea Mountain. Beside Warlord, there was one more person. It was the Sioux family's patriarch. His hair and beard were all white, and his sword chi towered into the sky. Old Sioux, you came pretty fast. Warlord chuckled. He had the best relationship with the Sioux family's patriarch, and their strength was similar. Now that the Sioux family's patriarch was here, he heaved a sigh of relief. There were already 5 true monarchs on the other side. If no one came to help, he would have to hide first. The Sioux family's patriarch nodded slightly and looked at the Green Wolf King's group. His expression was cold, and he said indifferently, "A few brats are jumping around. You gathered so many people. Do you really want to fight with us?" Sword King, now that you're here, there's no one left in the 11 southern regions. It wasn't the Green Wolf King alone. The one who spoke wasn't the Green Wolf King, but the Pine Monarch. King Pine's territory was the Tianan Catacombs in the 11 southern regions. The Tianan Catacombs used to be guarded by the Yang family's old ancestor. Now, the Sioux family's old ancestor was in charge of 2 regions. The Tianan Catacombs and the West Sea Catacombs of the 12 southern regions were under his control. Now that the Sword King was here, there were no humans guarding the 2 regions. The Sioux family's patriarch said indifferently, "Songbin, a piece of trash like you dares to talk back to me? You can go now. So what if I give you the 2 regions? Let's see if you dare to go." The Pine Monarch's expression was cold and ugly. Warlord saw this and smiled. "Old Sioux, why bother with these pieces of trash? Let King Qian, King Ming, and the others come. What's the use even if all of you trash come? Arrogant." The Green Wolf King said coldly, "Warlord, you'll pay the price." "Who do you think you are?" Warlord said playfully, "Don't look at how happy you are. In our eyes, you're just an idiot courting death. Don't worry. You'll know today that some people aren't people you can afford to offend. I'll wait for you to call people and see how many you can call. I want to see if Fate Monarch and the others will go to the King battlefield or come here. If they don't come, hee, you pieces of trash, just you wait. I'm just too lazy to kill you now." Just as the Green Wolf King was about to reply, a figure wearing a crown and a yellow robe appeared in the next instant. "King Lord Ji." On the side, the true kings all called out. Although Ji Hong had just become a true monarch, he was the lord of the royal court. At the very least, he was nominally the leader of the Hall of True Monarchs. Furthermore, his father was a Fate monarch, and the Ji clan was the strongest faction in the royal court. Ji Hong nodded slightly. At that moment, Ji Yao also let out a sigh of relief. It seemed like his father had also received the news. 5 divine generals escorting him had now become a joke. If he wasn't a true king, he wouldn't have any sense of existence here. Not to mention her. Even Ji Nan, an expert of the origin path, couldn't say anything. The moment Ji Hong arrived, he glanced below the high platform and sighed softly at the 30-odd divine generals gathered once more. This time, the Azure Wolf King gathered the surrounding divine generals. The 7 southern regions shared a border with Destiny Royal Court. More than 30 of the divine generals that had been sent here were from Destiny Royal Court. More than 30 people had gathered, and most of them were from Destiny Royal Court. This time, Destiny Royal Court had mobilized more than 50 divine generals. Azure Wolf King, isn't it inappropriate for you to send all the lords of the surrounding 17 royal cities here? Ji Hong glanced at the Azure Wolf King, a warm smile on his face. The city lords of the 17 surrounding royal cities were all brought here by him. 360 royal cities were the foundation of Destiny Royal Court. 360 royal city lords were also the foundation of Destiny Royal Court. These powerhouses had not only mobilized their direct divine generals, but they had also enlisted the royal city lords. This was overstepping their boundaries. At least, without the royal court's orders, these true monarchs had no right to mobilize the Castellan powerhouses. The Azure Wolf King said indifferently, "Kill Fong Ping. The four halls of true monarchs have given the order. Fong Ping is currently in the 7 southern regions. Does the Lord think it's inappropriate to mobilize powerhouses to kill Fong Ping?" Ji Hong chuckled. "There's nothing inappropriate about it. However, the royal city lords aren't directly under the hall of true monarchs. Before this happened, shouldn't you have informed me?" "I forgot." Ji Hong laughed and lamented. "The Azure Wolf King is as straightforward as ever. However, I still want to say something. In the war with the Land of Rebirth, Destiny Royal Court isn't the main attacker. Now that the Mystic Jade Monarch has fallen, the Royal Court should be recuperating. Also, the 100 Kings Conference is imminent. Now that we're fighting with the Land of Rebirth, has the Green Wolf King considered something?" As Ji Hong spoke, he said indifferently, "Also, if I remember correctly, the Green Wolf King has been a true monarch for more than 700 years. Before becoming a true monarch, you've been guarding the King Wars." The Azure Wolf King frowned. "What do you mean, Lord?" Ji Hong sighed. "I don't want to guess or think about it. The Green Wolf King is the cornerstone of the royal court. When has the Ji family ever neglected the Wolf King? The 7 southern regions belong to the Wolf King, and the Wolf King is divided into 12 royal cities. Among all the true monarchs, the Wolf King's position is high, second only to a few true monarchs' powerhouses." The Green Wolf King frowned and said nothing. Beside him, King Pingshan glanced at the Green Wolf King with a strange expression. "I guess wrong." Previously, he thought that the Green Wolf King seemed to have gone crazy. He even thought that this fellow had reached an agreement with some people from the Sky Plant's royal court. But now, when Ji Hong said that this fellow had been guarding the King Wars 700 years ago, King Pingshan's heart was suddenly in turmoil. What did that mean? Was the second king already planning something? Could it be that the second king's men were in the true King Hall now, dragging the kings of God continent into the vortex of war, using Fong Ping as an excuse to mobilize a large number of God generals to participate in the war? The God generals fell, and the King Wars broke out. As a result, God continent and the Land of Rebirth fell into a quagmire of war. At this moment, who benefited? God continent was not prepared to start a war with the Land of Rebirth's true monarchs, at least not now. This time, however, things were getting out of hand. Some of the true monarchs were agitated too, rushing over one after another. Some of the true monarchs who held grudges against Fong Ping were also rushing over. "Where's the Bamboo King?" King Pingshan suddenly thought of the Bamboo King. This fellow had been cooperating. Was it the Sky Plant's royal court's instruction, or did he have other plans? He was adding fuel to the fire. Both of them wanted a large-scale King Wars to break out here. The Green Wolf King. Is he really the second king's man? King Pingshan suddenly felt a chill run down his spine. How many of such people were there? Those old monarchs from the Demon Emperor calendar were actually planning something too. Even though they were dead, they did not give up. Were they preparing to stage a comeback? Also, what kind of provocation did the Land of Rebirth receive this time? They were actually pouring in their military forces like crazy. Based on the past situation, the Land of Rebirth would have chosen to give up and return to the ground instead of continuing the war in the 7 southern regions. Moreover, there were true kings of the Land of Rebirth gathering here one after another. Both the War King and the Sword King had arrived. Rumor had it that the Martial King was outside the passageway and could arrive at any time. The 3 powerful true kings were all here. As he was thinking, in the next moment, another sword soared into the sky. "Greetings, elder ancestors." In the blink of an eye, a powerhouse in a military uniform with a shaved head flew over. His military boots were shiny, and his expression was extremely cold. The Netherworld King had arrived. On the True King combat ranking given by Zhang Tao, the War King, the Netherworld King, and the Sword King were all in the top 30. They were all peak-level powerhouses who had gone a long way in the Origin Dao. However, it seemed like there were not enough true kings gathered here. King Pingshan was a weak, peak-level powerhouse. Just as he was thinking about it, more people arrived. "Greetings, Maple King." "Greetings, King Hua." "King Huai is here too." King Hunter Mountain is here too. King Ping Shan had already sensed the coming of a shocking conspiracy. What were these people trying to do? The Maple King and the 100 Mountain King had arrived. These people were also extremely powerful true king powerhouses. Putting aside the Maple King, who was suspected to have taken the second path, the 100 Mountain King was also a peak-level true king. One of the paths he took was more than 5,000 meters, maybe more. On the peak-level combat ranking, the Maple King ranked 17th, the 100 Mountain King ranked 18th, and Li Jinsai only ranked 21st. As for Heavenly Plant's Royal Court's King Hua, he ranked 26th as well. These people were the strongest true monarchs under the palace master of the true monarch palace. No one dared to rank the true king powerhouses. King Pingshan also did not know about the peak-level combat ranking that old Zhang had created. However, he could more or less sense the strength of a true king. These people were not people he could compare to. In just a short while, a large number of peak-level true king powerhouses had gathered on both sides. Apart from the masters of the Grotto Heavens, there were 7 people in the top 30, including Zhang Tao. King Pingshan glanced at King Huai, who had just arrived. This idiot was here too? Was this guy here to die? King Huai had become a true king for a shorter time than him, and he had been jumping around. This time, if a battle between the true kings really broke out, this guy was probably the weakest. The probability of him being killed on the spot was very high. As for Ji Hong, his father was still alive. Even if the martial artists of the Land of Rebirth wanted to kill, they would not kill Ji Hong first. Whether Ji Hong participated in the battle or not was a problem. At this moment, there were already 10 true king powerhouses in the catacombs gathered here. There were only 3 people on the opposite side. Including Zhang Tao, there were only 4 people. However, everyone looked solemn. They had no intention of starting a battle now. 10 people against 4 people. Among them, there were powerful true kings like King Maple and King 100 Mountains. However, these people were not confident that they could take down these 4 powerhouses. King Maple could not be bothered to say anything to Warlord and the rest. As soon as he arrived, he quickly sensed around and frowned slightly. He did not see Fong Ping. Could that be asterisk starred be hiding his aura again? This little be asterisk starred had provoked him time and time again, causing him to embarrass himself and even spoiling his plans. This time, he really wanted to kill Fong Ping. Unlike the others who had other motives, he was not quite the same. Among the crowd, many people had their own motives, but he really wasn't. Among the people, he was the one who wanted to kill Fong Ping the most. What are you guys still doing? Go to the 7 southern territories quickly, gather everyone, and kill Fong Ping. Bring Fong Ping's head to see me, and you will be rewarded handsomely. King Maple said to the rank 9s below the high platform, and said, that little B asterisk star's hiding ability is extraordinary. Be careful of his sneak attack. Gather everyone and crush all the revived martial artists in the 7 southern regions. Kill them all. Let's see if he will show himself. As he spoke, King Maple frowned. Damn it. Why is there my aura overflowing? He had felt the mentality turbulence earlier, and he knew that his clones had been used, but what he sensed now was that his clones did not seem to have any achievements. He could sense if he had killed someone or not. Not long had passed, his clone's aura had not completely overflowed. Damn it! King Maple cursed in his heart suddenly. Useless. Using his clones, and actually failing to kill any of the resurrected martial artists. What a disgrace. As he spoke, Green Wolf King suddenly transmitted his voice. King Maple, Fong Ping is hard to kill. The Land of Resurrection is still recruiting general martial artists into the territory. They may not be able to kill Fong Ping. Since King Maple is here, with King Maple's strength, why don't we attack the 7 southern territories forcefully? Destroy a territory. No matter how Fong Ping hides, he will definitely die. King Maple's expression changed slightly. Attack forcefully? There were many true kings on the other side, all powerhouses. Attack forcefully now? Green Wolf King lamented. We can't give the Land of Resurrection any more time. The Land of Resurrection has been accumulating for 100 years, and more powerhouses are about to become true kings. If we let this go on, Divine Land will be in danger. King Maple also transmitted his voice. Even so, this is extremely difficult. Although there are 10 true kings here, including you and me, how many of them are willing to fight with the Netherworld King and the rest? Unless Green Wolf King has the confidence to convince Life King to join forces with us and attack the 7 southern territories together. That's not true. King Maple is powerful. In my opinion, King Maple can defeat War King. As for the others, as long as a few true kings join forces, it will be enough. We are not here to kill these true king powerhouses, but to enter the territory and kill Fong Ping and the rest. These true kings discussed animatedly. At the same time, on Ji Yao's side, Ji Hong shielded the surroundings and said, "The 7 southern territories matter has gone out of control. Yao, leave as soon as possible. Father has to stay here and wait for the follow-up." Ji Yao hurriedly said, "Father, Green Wolf King, Green Wolf King." Ji Hong's expression changed slightly. He's either related to Li Zhu or King Qian, or he's on the second king's side. This person has always kept a low profile. Father and your king ancestor didn't pay much attention to him. Only today did we notice something unusual. This person's purpose is unknown, but I'm afraid he wants to start a war between kings. Ji Yao gritted her teeth and suddenly said, "Father, why don't we let King Ancestor?" Ji Hong's expression froze. His daughter, how dare she? She actually wanted to let the Life King fight the true king powerhouses. This was impossible in the past. However, in the next moment, Ji Yao suddenly said, "No, that's not good. Father, why don't you instigate them to start a war too? Green Wolf King and Hunter Mountain King have always been at odds with our Ji family. This time, just like the time when they schemed against Mystic Jade True King, we should take this opportunity to get rid of them. I'll see if I can contact the Land of Rebirth and kill these 2 true king powerhouses. The Land of Rebirth might be happy to kill these 2 true king powerhouses too. This is beneficial to them. There are many true kings here. Don't talk nonsense." Ji Hong suddenly felt a chill in his heart. His daughter was too bold. True monarchs were supreme existences. 100 Mountain King was the top true king of the royal court. It was unbelievable that his daughter wanted to kill these 2 powerhouses. Ji Yao, however, did not care about this. She lowered her head and continued, "Father, it's not good to make a move. I don't have to worry. I can enter the 7 southern territory and contact Fong Ping. He definitely has a way to communicate with the true king of Rebirth." Fong Ping attracted a few true kings to protect him in the land of king wars. Martial King, War King, and Hades King should be close to him. If I can convince Fong Ping, then this war between true kings can be fought. Father, the stronger they are, the more threatening they are. Hunter Mountain King has always wanted to replace King Ancestor's position as the Hallmaster. Green Wolf King also has bad intentions this time. Also, there are a few true kings who are at odds with our Ji family. Why don't we summon them all together and kill them all? This will solve the problem once and for all. Ji Hong felt a chill in his heart. Cold air rushed up. His naive daughter in the past had calmly said that she had killed a few true kings. They were true kings of Destiny Royal Court. This was unbelievable. Ji Yao saw that her father did not speak and continued. Also, Destiny Royal Court looks stronger than Sky Plant's Royal Court. They only have 49 true kings, while Destiny Royal Court originally had 54 true kings. Father became a true king, and Mystic Jade True King died, so they still had 54. We have 5 more than them. This makes Sky Plant's Royal Court very wary. This time, 100 Mountain King and a few others died. Many true kings of Destiny Royal Court died one after another. This can also numb Sky Plant's Royal Court and make them think that we are nothing. Also, this way, we can also reach a tacit understanding with the true kings of the Land of Rebirth. They will no longer pay attention to us and continue to focus on Sky Plant's Royal Court. Ji Yao spoke for a while before finally saying, "Also, King Ancestor, Yao thinks that King Ancestor doesn't need to be so anxious. King Ancestor doesn't know how strong the 2 true kings are now. Yao thinks that it's better to wait and see. Yao Ji Hong's expression was complicated. Was this really his daughter? Had she been replaced? Why did she feel so unfamiliar? Ji Yao lifted her head. Her expression was also complicated. She said, I want to become a king lord. I want to become a true king too. Before King Father came, Green Wolf King scolded me at every turn. His murderous intent was boiling. He even wanted to kill me. King Father sent God generals. Green Wolf King sent God generals into the realm without asking me. I didn't dare to question him. King Father, if they were alive, would they allow me to become a king lord? The Ji family has 3 true kings. Who could agree to that? We must first stabilize the internal situation to fend off external enemies. If the internal situation is unstable, when the war comes in the future, how will we lead the kings of the royal court? Ji Yao took a deep breath. Her tone was solemn. So this is an opportunity. Everyone wants a war between true kings. Yao thinks that the land of rebirth seems to want it too. If that's the case, there will definitely be a war. Then let the situation be more favorable to the Ji family and not the other true kings. My daughter and Fong Ping are working together. This is the most important bond. To show my sincerity, maybe I can help the land of rebirth win the war between god generals. Ji Hong's expression was solemn. Ji Yao gritted her teeth. After a while, she said, King Father, please send another 5 God realm powerhouses to escort me into the 7 Southern Territory with Uncle Jinan. I will contact the previous 4 commanders and help the land of rebirth kill the powerhouses. It's too obvious. Ji Hong sighed. Ji Yao didn't say a word. It was not obvious. His daughter had always been a failure. This time was no exception. Moreover, in the end, the Ji family's 10 god generals were completely annihilated. Who dared to say that the Ji family did it on purpose? Including Uncle Jinan, his daughter was captured. The Ji family secretly exchanged a large amount of resources in exchange for his daughter's life. As long as it was not spread out and deliberately leaked to some true kings, who would dare to believe that the Ji family would plot against everyone at such a price? However, in this way, the Ji family also suffered an extremely heavy loss. However, if he did not become a true king, what could a god realm powerhouse do? Not to mention the fact that outsiders were still outsiders. The only thing that mattered was becoming stronger himself. After this incident, all those who objected were dead. Although he failed in the 7 Southern Territory, he was also the only heir who had the hope of becoming the King Lord. No one objected. It was only logical that he would become the King Lord. Ji Yao could not wait any longer. Now that the situation had worsened, Fong Ping and the rest already possessed the combat strength of god generals. They went on a killing spree in the 7 Southern Territory and shook the true kings. If he did not become a true king, how could he compete? At this moment, Ji Hong still did not know his daughter's thoughts. He did not expect that Ji Yao actually had the idea of sending a large number of god generals under the Ji family to their deaths. Among the 10 god generals, 4 of them were also original source Dao. In addition to the 5 original source Dao that Ji Yao mentioned, including Jinan, there would be a total of 7 original source Dao powerhouses. Although the Ji family was powerful, 7 original source Dao and 3 weak rank 9s had fallen. It was still a huge blow. They were in big trouble. Father, make a decision when it's time to make a decision. Ji Yao reminded him again. If he did not make a decision now, it would be too late. After this battle, he might really be able to step onto the stage and become the king of the royal court. Fong Ping was right in the past. Everyone would be destroyed if they did not look out for themselves. At this moment, the only right thing to do was to make himself stronger. Everything else had to be pushed back. In the war between races, the difference between friend and foe was the true king's business. If he did not become a true king, he did not even have the right to speak. What right did he have to worry about the future of Godland? Ji Hong's expression changed again and again. Should he do it? Should he agree or not? Contact the land of rebirth and kill the true king powerhouses together. Once this matter was exposed, the Ji family would also be in big trouble. But this was a rare opportunity. The existence of King 100 Mountain and the others was a threat, not a help. Li Zhu. At this moment, a figure appeared in Ji Hong's mind. If it was Li Zhu, what would he choose at this moment? At the same time, Ji Hong thought of Li Zhu. Skyplant City. Li Zhu said indifferently. Martial King's intention is simple and clear. After a battle, the land of rebirth will be destroyed and will no longer be a threat. Godland will just focus on dealing with the two kings. It was not hard to guess the Green Wolf King's heart. If he was not from Skyplant's royal court, then he must be from the two kings. He also needed to fight. It would be best to fight to the death and implicate 100 kings. Bamboo King's heart. Bamboo King was not stupid. Someone was secretly encouraging him, adding fuel to the fire. Let them fight. If they killed one, there would be one less. No matter who died, they would not need so many true kings. The more battles, the better. It would be best if 100 kings joined the battle and beat those old fellows from the land of boundaries. Those old fellows from the catacombs Demon Emperor calendar era. The two kings hid in the land of kings. There were many powerhouses back then. Where are they now? Where are the demon powerhouses that Tian Yu Guardian mentioned? They are hiding too deeply, waiting for an opportunity. An opportunity, we can create it for them, but we can't let them do as they wish. It's better to force them out. Go, inform King Huai. Let him be more stupid. It's best if he kills King Foam. If he can't, he can kill King Hua. In the basilica, a shadow said slowly. If that's the case, the land of rebirth will become stronger and stronger. What should we do? It will become a serious threat sooner or later. Li Zhu smiled faintly. Just weaken it. In the land of rebirth, China has the most powerhouses. Heavenly King Garrison and Martial King are both from China. If we don't kill them, killing the other true kings in China is meaningless. Now, everyone's focus is on Hua Nation. I'm afraid many have forgotten that there are other territories that have yet to erupt in war. Make some arrangements. Take advantage of the war. Perhaps you can kill a few true kings from the other holy lands of the land of rebirth. I'm afraid the powerhouses in Hua Nation won't be able to take care of them. Didn't Martial King want others to see his weakness? I'll fulfill his wish. Kill a few true kings to liven things up for him. This way, you can take the opportunity to elevate your status. You can use your injuries as an excuse to leave the upcoming battle between the two kings. The land of Hua Nation is the most dangerous. It's the same for the land of kings. Don't participate in these dangerous places easily. The shadow pondered and quickly said, then I'll make the arrangements. Which of the 5 holy lands is the best? Up to you. But it's best not to go to the Hall of Gods. There are 2 old monsters there too. Understood? The shadow said no more. The next moment, the shadow dissipated. In midair, a crystal ball shattered. Li Zhu waved casually, and the crystal ball vanished completely. A moment later, an old figure entered the basilica. He looked around, slightly suspicious. Why did Li Zhu often open the seal? Li Zhu did not care about this. He raised his wine glass and smiled. Heavenly Elm Guardian, have a drink. Thank you, Guardian, for all the troubles. The 7 Southern Territory. Don't care, don't ask, don't care. Li Zhu said, chuckling. Naturally, someone will care. We'll just drink and have fun. We'll just sit back and watch the situation unfold. Fine, I won't care then. Chapter 830. Magic City Catacombs. The restricted area rank 9's gathering place. At this moment, the auras of powerhouses penetrated heaven and earth, extremely powerful. Just as these people converged with Monster Sunflower City Lord and the others, the void suddenly shook. The unknown is interesting. Stop looking. Rumble. The void shook. In the next moment, a true king screamed sharply, "How dare you? It's no fun if you see the result." Huh? Warlord's laughter spread throughout the 7 Southern Territories. Then, all the true kings and paragons' mentalities vanished at the same time. In the 7 Southern Territories, The true kings and paragons became blind and deaf. The mentalities of the powerhouses on both sides vanished. Sensing this scene, someone in the crowd quickly snorted. Warlord must have an ulterior motive for doing this. Fong Ping can restrain his aura and even change it. Be careful of Fong Ping in case he sneaks into our midst. Yes, Warlord obliterated the immortal gods on both sides. I'm afraid he's trying to create an opportunity for Fong Ping. Everyone, don't be careless. These people were discussing. Soon, someone sneered. Don't worry about Fong Ping. If we don't split up, what can he do? The resurrected god generals are in the west now. Let's crush them and kill them. I want to see if Fong Ping will show up or not. Kill everyone else and block the passageway entrance. We don't have to force him. He'll show up himself. That's right. At this moment, everyone reached a consensus. They were powerful and numerous. Why should they split up and give Fong Ping a chance? So what if Fong Ping hit? With more than 80 god generals here, would he dare to ambush them? Even if he came, he would be walking into a trap. In the next moment, more than 80 rank 9s went straight to the west. They gathered together and crushed the other party with their strength. No matter how many tricks the resurrected martial artists had, it was all for naught. After killing all the resurrected martial artists, what could Fong Ping, a venerable, do to them? At the same time, these people were halfway to the west. In a city, Fong Ping killed a rank 7 martial artist in an instant. Old Man Li's sword broke through the void and killed a rank 8 golden body in the blink of an eye. In an instant, the two of them turned into the auras of the two who were killed. Old Man Li felt that his heart was about to jump out. After a while, he asked, "Did anyone notice?" "I'm fine." Carelessly, Fong Ping quickly changed into the clothes of the people he killed, collected their corpses, and said, "Instructor, you better run faster later. If you're too slow, more than 80 people will attack at once. They'll beat you up in an instant." "Cut the crap. You're the same. In any case, I have 9th grade combat boots, but you don't." Fong Ping chuckled, then straightened his clothes. His voice was slightly shrill as he said, "Greetings, sirs." "I am." Old Man Li rolled his eyes. Fong Ping muttered a few more sentences to himself. Satisfied, he said, "It's about time. If the sirs pass by the city, we'll use the flight step to entertain them. It's not a big problem. Killing a rank 9 right in front of them. Just thinking about it is exciting. What if they don't go this way? A straight line. Do you think that when more than 80 rank 9s arrive, they'll take a detour? They must be heading straight for the west. These people are used to being arrogant. It's just a catacombs, outer city. Moreover, even a rank 9 has died in battle. Why would they deliberately avoid this city?" After saying that, Fong Ping lamented, "It's a pity that they might not stop. If they really did stop, maybe they could blow up the giant mine and kill a few weak rank 9s. Although he said that, in the face of a great battle, these catacombs powerhouses would not go there unless they had lost their minds. Otherwise, only a fool would enter Royal City as a guest. Fong Ping did not waste any more words. He left the mansion with Old Man Li. This place was near the city lord's residence. However, the city lord was already dead. The guardian monster plant was also dead. Right now, everyone in the city was in a state of panic. Not many people paid attention to Fong Ping and the other 2 powerhouses who had gathered together. They did not dare to approach and communicate either. Fong Ping raised his head and looked toward the north. There, streams of aura pierced through the sky and earth, heading straight for them. After a while, Fong Ping and Old Man Li suddenly used the flight step. At this moment, Fong Ping was disguised as the rank 8 powerhouse who was killed by Old Man Li earlier. At this moment, he suddenly used the flight step, saying loudly, "Sirs, is there anything I can do to help?" In front of him, there were dozens of rank 9 powerhouses. Some of them ignored him. Some of them were talking among themselves. The divine general under Bamboo King's command, on the other hand, flew forward a distance. The 7 Southern Territories Tianji clan was under Bamboo King's command. He should say something too. Hearing Fong Ping's question, the person said quickly, "Protect the city well. Be careful not to let thieves break in. As for other matters, you don't have to interfere." Yes, sir. Fong Ping responded loudly, hurriedly dodging to the side. Beside him, Old Man Li also hurriedly dodged, giving way to the midair passageway. Everyone ignored him. They used the flight step directly. Seeing that most of the troops were about to leave, there were still a few people left at the back. Fong Ping glanced at Old Man Li. Both of them exchanged glances. Their gazes fell on the rank 9 at the back at the same time. Boom! At this moment, Fong Ping's mentality self-detonated abruptly. The weak rank 9 powerhouse at the back staggered at once. The moment Fong Ping's mentality self-detonated, Old Man Li's sword pierced through the air as well. Buzz! A huge space rift swept across the weak rank 9 powerhouse directly. Both of them did not even look at the result. They used the flight step to escape. Ah! Only now did the shrill scream ring out. Damn it! It's Fong Ping and the others. Kill them! Everyone was enraged. More than 80 god generals had gathered together. They did not expect Fong Ping to be so daring. He suddenly pretended to be a powerhouse from the city, took the initiative to contact them, and attacked them the moment they passed by. This was simply unbelievable. Audacious was not enough to describe them. If more than 80 god generals stopped for even a moment and attacked together, even Zhang Weiyu would be blown up in an instant, let alone Fong Ping. But the other party did it. He had killed a divine general expert right in front of them. In the blink of an eye, dozens of god generals made their moves. Divine weapons with divine weapons tore through the air. Those without divine weapons also burst forth with their mental energy. Some even tore through the air and chased after them. Behind them, someone shouted, "Don't chase. We can't split up." Once they split up, it would be easy for them to be defeated one by one. Someone shouted, "Don't chase after them. Stay alert and kill the other resurrected divine generals." Both Fong Ping and his companion fled extremely quickly. Once they chased after them, the formation would be in disarray. If things got messy, it would be troublesome. Don't chase after them. Don't act alone, in case Fong Ping sneaks into our midst. The god generals under Maple King's command roared. These idiots, why would they chase after them? If they could not kill Fong Ping, then they would not kill him now. If one of them chased after them and was killed, then who knew if it would be them or Fong Ping and the others when they came back? This was the true terror of Fong Ping. In the next moment, more than 10 god generals who had chased after them rushed back one after another. Everyone looked gloomy. More than 80 people had a god general killed in front of them. Even if they knew that Fong Ping was difficult to deal with, these people still looked gloomy and cold at this moment. The burly man under Green Wolf King's command said quickly, "Don't chase after Fong Ping. Let him do whatever he wants. We'll go kill the resurrected divine general. From now on, don't come into contact with any outsiders. Other than ourselves, we can't trust anyone else. When we pass by Royal City, take a detour to avoid being ambushed." As he spoke, for auras suddenly rushed toward them from afar. Eminent arrogant. Everyone was furious. The resurrected divine generals had so few people, yet they dared to split up. These people were just about to attack when the 4 auras retreated in the blink of an eye, disappearing into the distance in an instant. Everyone looked at each other. Someone said angrily, "Are we just going to let them come and go like this?" Aggrieved. Too aggrieved. They had more than 80 god generals, yet they did not dare to chase after these people. They let them wander around nearby, waiting for them to attack at any time. This was simply unbearable. The burly man said in a low voice, "They want us to split up and chase after them. They want to create opportunities for the other god generals in the land of rebirth. Don't fall for it. Kill them all." So what if they're arrogant now? These people have gone far on the origin path. They're powerful, or like Fong Ping, they have special abilities. It's very difficult for us to chase after them. The only way is to surround the other resurrected divine generals and kill them. We don't have to care about these people. They'll show up on their own and stop running away. Zhang Weiyu and the others were too strong. Their speed was too fast. If they wanted to kill them, the only way was to surround them from all directions. However, surrounding them from all directions that would mean splitting up. If they split up, it would be troublesome. If they did not split up and move together, how could they surround and kill them? Previously, during the battle between the resurrected martial artists and the 7 Southern Regions powerhouses, they had already felt threatened. If it were any other time, they would have surrounded these people from all directions and killed them. It would not be like now, where they were all gathered together. The burly man under the Green Wolf King shouted again, "Everyone, bear with it for a while. Let them be arrogant. There aren't many god generals among the resurrected martial artists. There are more than 20 god generals powerhouses over there. Once they're surrounded and killed by us, how can these people not save them?" That's right. Everyone, don't fall for it. We can't split up now. After all, they were all god generals powerhouses. They were not real fools. If they were defeated one by one at this time, that would be the real taboo. Even though everyone was furious, they did not say anything else. They quickly rushed toward the west. There were more than 20 powerhouses over there. With so many people, they could not avoid them. Split up? The resurrected martial artists dared to split up. Not everyone was like Fong Ping and Zhang Weiyu. Once they split up, 3 to 5 god generals could kill them. There were more than 80 god generals. Could they not kill more than 20? The difference was several times. In the distance, Zhang Weiyu sighed. These guys, if they don't take the bait, it'll be very troublesome. More than 80 people gathered together. So what if they were strong? If 4 of them charged in together, that would be asking for death. If there were more than 10 of them, they would still dare to charge in and fight. But there were more than 80. Forget it. This was not the way to seek death. Wu Chuan frowned too. They don't care what we do now. They're going straight to Li Daong and the rest. Once Li Daong and the rest are surrounded and killed, they'll be in danger. Fong Ping and Chongqing killed one person, but it's not very useful. Right now, one more or one less person doesn't make much of a difference. Fong Ping wanted to lure them to split up and chase after them. It seems like he failed. The few of them looked at each other. Sometimes the battle situation really did not go according to their plan. Previously, everyone had thought that if these people split up and attacked, then they would go on a killing spree and destroy this rank 9 army. Now, they were completely ignoring them. That was the biggest problem. Zhang Weiyu and the rest had a headache. Old Man Li said helplessly, "What should we do? They're not chasing after us. They're going there. This is troublesome." It was very satisfying just now, but it was just for a while. If they appeared again now, those fellows might not distinguish whether they were catacombs martial artists or not. They would kill them directly. If they did not split up, this would be troublesome. Fong Ping, however, did not care. He chuckled. It's such a simple matter. Everyone has a weakness. Moreover, the people in the catacombs are not united. This rank 9 powerhouse army also comes from everywhere. They're all under the command of various true kings. Instructor, do you know how to provoke these fellows in the catacombs? Scoldings. Fong Ping grinned. If their master is insulted, their subjects must die. In the catacombs, it's fine if you scold them, but you can't scold the true kings. The true kings care about their dignity. They're supreme and inviolable. If there are divine generals under the true kings here, and I scolded their true king's master, these fellows are indifferent. Do you know what will happen to them? It's too horrible to look at. The true kings are supreme. I scolded their master in front of their faces, and they didn't care. Just watch. Once someone leaks the news, even if they win this battle, their merits will not make up for their mistakes. Fong Ping understood these things quite well. The catacombs and humans were different. In the catacombs, the true kings were God. If you scolded the deity they believed in front of the god's believers, it would be a problem if they did not fight you to the death. Moreover, this was a deity with real strength, a living deity. If you didn't care, the deity might punish you. Old Man Li was a little surprised. Is it really that effective? If they were in each other's shoes, would Fong Ping and Old Man Li step forward when someone scolded Zhang Tao, knowing that it was dangerous? Stop fooling around. Not just the two of them. If old Zhang himself felt that it was not worth it, he would probably ignore it and scold as he pleased. It's true. Believe me. Fong Ping chuckled. If you don't believe me, I'll go and test it out for you now. As soon as he finished speaking, Fong Ping quickly turned around and sprinted for more than 10 li. His mentality erupted, and he roared, King Maple is an idiot. King Huai is also an idiot. Green Wolf King is an animal. I'll crush his balls with one slap. Fong Ping's roar shook the heavens. His voice traveled tens of li. He scolded them as harshly as he could, as humiliated them as he could. At this moment, the movement of the troops in front suddenly slowed down. Where the catacombs' powerhouses were, dozens of god generals looked at each other. Someone looked at the powerhouses under the command of King Maple, King Huai, and the others with a strange expression. What should they do? The true king was at Mount Imperial Sea. Although his mentality had been extinguished and he could not hear them, there were so many people here. If they ignored this, they would be in big trouble. Damn it! The burly man suddenly cursed. This was an overt plot. Should they chase after him or not? If they did not kill him, that bastard would just follow behind and scold the true king loudly. To the true king, such humiliation was more unacceptable than the death of dozens of god generals. It was fine if they were not directly under the true king, but they were the god generals directly under the true king. If they did not do anything, what would the true king think? Damn bastard! The burly man was furious. This was telling them clearly that they had to come and kill him. That fellow was still scolding them now. The next moment, the burly man said angrily, Send 15 people to surround and kill Fong Ping's longevity sword. Send 20 more people to surround and kill Snake King and the others. The rest of you go and eliminate those fellows. They had no choice but to split up. Otherwise, if this continued, the true king's name would be tarnished in the 7 Southern Territory. It was not like there were no living people in the 7 Southern Territory. How could the true king keep his face after such humiliation? In an instant, the team was divided into 3 teams. 15 people attacked Fong Ping and the others. 20 people attacked Zhang Weiyu and the others in the distance, and the remaining 50 people attacked Li Daong and the others. This time, Zhang Weiyu and Old Man Li were dumbfounded. They had fought against the catacombs for many years, but they had never been to the restricted area and had little contact with the catacombs' true king. They did not know clearly what the true king's position was in these people's eyes. Who would have thought that after Fong Ping scolded for a while, these people would still choose to split up despite knowing Fong Ping's purpose? While Zhang Weiyu did not know whether to laugh or cry, he had finally found a solution. It was so simple. However, he might not be able to use it better than Fong Ping. This kid knew too many catacombs' true kings' names. Zhang Weiyu might not even know as much as Fong Ping. This fellow's scolding was accurate. He knew which true kings he had offended and which true kings might send people to kill him. After the scolding, the true king's subordinates attacked. Look, aren't they here? Fong Ping was smug. Splitting up was such a simple thing. Old Man Li said helplessly, Don't be smug. 15 rank 9s run. The catacombs thought highly of them. They had sent 15 divine generals to kill the 2 of them. This was not an ordinary number. It was enough to kill the Origin Path's peerless powerhouses. Fong Ping did not waste any time. He started running immediately. As he ran, he sent a voice transmission, Find Big Cat. 15 isn't a lot. If they gather together, Big Cat can kill a lot of them with one tail slap. We can kill the rest. I can't find it. Old Man Li shook his head. He had no idea where the cat was hiding. This fellow was the strongest powerhouse in the 7 Southern Territory. A peerless powerhouse who dared to attack while hiding in the sea was the only one. You can check the ground. Look at the direction of the underground river. Run along the river. You should be able to find it. If we don't kill some of them, we can't go on like this. If this goes on, there will be too many of them. We won't be able to handle it. All right. Both of them talked and did not delay their escape. Being able to split the army into 3 teams had already met Fong Ping's expectations. At the same time, Zhang Weiyu and the rest looked at each other. Very soon, Zhang Weiyu took a deep breath and said, Everyone, are we running or fighting? 20 people. Quite a lot, but all 4 of them were top-notch rank 9. It was dangerous, but not to the point of complete despair. Fight or run. It was already not easy to split the army into 20 people. There was not much hope if they were to count on them. Chen Yaozu said in a low voice, "What I mean is to fight. Of course, I'm old. I don't care about these things. This time, I'm also thinking of breaking through if I don't die in battle. Wu Chuan and Wu Quishan are still young. Both of you." Wu Chuan's expression was cold. "Both of you are looking down on me, Wu Chuan? We all know the reason why the minister has made such a big fuss this time around. This battle might be our biggest opportunity. After this time, when we enter the catacombs in the future, I'm afraid the situation will be even more dangerous. How can we have another big battle like this?" Wu Quishan chuckled too. "You can't survive if you're not crazy. If you don't fight until you're in a desperate situation, if you don't fight until you're crazy, I'm afraid it'll be difficult for the few of us to reach the top." Zhang Weiyu burst out laughing. "All right, let's fight." Having said that, Zhang Weiyu shouted, "Go, retreat 50 li, stay away from the others. Bring these people to open up a new battlefield. We won't retreat until we kill them all. Go!" The 4 of them broke through the air, fleeing into the distance swiftly. Behind them, 20 rank 9 powerhouses had also caught up one after another. Not long after, Zhang Weiyu and the rest slowed down. At this moment, they had already arrived near Devil City. Turning his head to look behind, Zhang Weiyu said in a low voice again, "Everyone, let's fight to the death. We have a huge advantage. Back then, we dared to fight. This time, Fong Ping has given us a large amount of imperishable substance, so we dare to fight even more. Cut the crap. Let's fight." The 4 of them did not waste any more words. In the next moment, they stopped in their tracks at the same time. The divine weapons in their hands unleashed their auras. Without another word, they charged back at the other party's camp rapidly. "You're courting death." The powerhouses who were chasing from behind were still a little dazed. 20 rank 9 powerhouses, 7 or 8 of them were from Origin Dao. In order to deal with them, they had really brought out a powerful lineup. Yet these people still dared to fight back? Right now, the 4 people on the opposite side were silent. Both parties were about 500 meters apart. The catacombs' powerhouses attacked one after another. Yet the 4 people unleashed their auras. They did not stop them, but continued charging straight at the camp. Arrogant. The catacombs' powerhouses were furious. This meant that they wanted to fight to the death in close combat. These people did not care about being surrounded at all. When powerhouses fought across space, it still meant that they had the leeway and the thought of escaping. However, fighting to the death in close combat meant that they would not stop until one of them died. That's good too. If we surround them, the others will probably sense it. They will stop chasing after those fellows and join forces to annihilate them. The leading Origin Dao powerhouse sneered inwardly. Do they really think we're idiots? Once these 4 people were surrounded, the other powerhouses would give up on chasing after them. Fong Ping side aside, the group of people who were chasing after Li Daong and the rest would arrive very soon. When that time came, no matter how strong the 4 of them were, they would definitely die. Zhang Weiyu and the rest did not care about what he thought. Did they really think that human powerhouses were dead? If a great battle broke out here, the others would help them delay the reinforcements. Rumble! An earth-shattering roar sounded instantly. The ground disappeared without a trace in the blink of an eye. Countless trees collapsed, and gravel turned into dust in the blink of an eye. Kill! With the 4 of them working together, they had a tacit understanding long ago. They attacked a weak rank 9 powerhouse at the same time. When they barged into the camp, big moves were unleashed instantly. All of them had the ability to break through space. In the blink of an eye, for gigantic space rifts converged into one, slicing a weak rank 9 into countless pieces in an instant. Half of his body disappeared. Ah! A blood-curdling scream rang out instantly. The great battle had just broken out. The 4 of them had joined forces to kill a rank 9. However, among the 4 of them, Wu Quishan's head was also bombarded by someone. Fresh blood spilled from his mouth. Even so, he did not care at all. Golden light flickered on his body. In the blink of an eye, he recovered to his peak. Roaring continuously, the giant snake materialized, fighting with all its might. Rumble. The remaining 23 powerhouses were currently gathered within a radius of less than 100 meters. They were fighting in close combat, bathed in blood. Every punch landed on flesh. Every move was fatal. Fong Ping did not see this scene. If he did, he would be shocked too. At this moment, these four supreme powerhouses did not use any combat techniques or ultimate moves at all. They were all basic cultivation techniques. Basic combat techniques were all true close-quarters combat techniques. When low-rank martial artists were still unable to release their vitality, everyone used basic combat techniques to fight in close-quarters combat. In the blink of an eye, golden blood splattered. Some belonged to the enemy, and some belonged to themselves. The four of them burst into wild laughter. They had never fought to their heart's content like this in their lives. Chun Yaozu, the oldest among them, had his hair and beard standing on end. I've lived for 300 years, yet I've never had a battle like this. It's also a regret in my life. Today, I can finally make up for it. You're tuning in to the Warrior Lore YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.